Yo, yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome on in. Hello, one. Hello, all. Welcome on in. I'm checking some stream audio really quick. I saw the Twitter follow. I can give you a follow back over there. No worries, no worries. Give me a second to do that. I'm gonna do some audio fixing here. Turn down that audio a bit more. Make sure it sounds good over here. Audio fix it here. Turn down that audio a bit more. Make sure it sounds good over here. Okay, I think that's a bit better on that end. I think we're getting set up right now. Hello everyone. Fantasy football draft night. Very exciting stuff. I'm excited to get into it with you all this evening. Should be a super fun night all in all. We have two fantasy football drafts coming your way this evening. We have one coming up in just about 8 minutes here, and another coming up in just about, I want to say 9:30, I think is around when it's going to be. So a couple of different things coming up 100% here in the next bit of time, but we're going to start with a fantasy football draft here in just a few minutes to kick things off for the night. So we got two different drafts going on. We have an 8-person league, and I believe it's a 12 or 14-person league that we also have tonight. So an 8-person, and then this looks like it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12-person league. So we have an 8 and a 12 tonight, draft-wise. So a couple of different drafts that we're going to get a chance to see this evening. So we're going to jump into it here in just a few minutes. But in order to get started here today, we're going to go ahead and we are going to look at the draft that I've already done, kind of talk about it, kind of talk about how things are going to go on the screen tonight. You can see that I have two different setups on the screen. I've got, obviously, on the left side, this is going to be where our draft board's going to be. We have ESPN drafts tonight. So we're going to draft on ESPN for the entirety of these drafts. So we have one coming up in just a few minutes. It's going to be our 8-person league with the folks over at Huntington College. Shout out to Huntington College and any of the folks part of the program over there. Definitely would love your guys' support tonight. I see it on X right now. I'm streaming. I don't really do messages while I'm on live X going on. I'll certainly check out your message afterwards, though. So no worries. If you anything, feel free to let me know, but I appreciate the follow and all of that jazz. But yeah, we're gonna kind of get into it this evening by talking about the drafts that I've done in the past already. So let's talk about one draft that we have already done. This was my family league draft. So my family league draft was the first one I did. I had the 4th overall pick, and I ended up with a pretty good team all in all. I actually, for the first time through, went with a 0 running back approach, kinda. I think I didn't get a running back till the 5th round. There was some really good wide receivers on the board. So when you're in the top 5, you're basically kind of locked into one of the 5 play. Well, I would say top 4, you're locked into a player. You have Chase, you have Bijan, Saquon, and Justin. Those are really the 4 you're going with under any circumstance. But then it gets a bit different after that. I think there's a strong 5 if you include McCaffrey and you're willing to take the injury risk. Some people would include Gibbs. I'm not so confident in that one. But overall tonight we are going to have the 2nd pick for the first draft, the 5th pick for the 2nd draft. So overall, some pretty good picks to be able to work with this evening. With that being said, I think we're about 5 minutes away from this draft. Yeah, we're 5 minutes out from getting started. It looks like I was the first person to make it into the draft. Hopefully, those other competitors make it in as well here in the next few minutes. I'm gonna make sure they don't Discord message me or something or change the draft time on me last second. Let me just jump over here, take a look really quick. Yeah, there's still some people getting ready with something else going on right now. I know they're doing some other stuff. They got practices, they're back in school, all of that kind of stuff. But hey, if it's just me drafting with the bots, I will happily take the live draft opportunity tonight to kind of take over and take control, maybe get some wins. But we're doing pretty well, all things considered. So this draft board, let's talk about it. Justin Jefferson was my round 1 pick. At the number 2 pick, I got the number 2 pick, like I said at the beginning of this draft. I'm probably looking to take Bijan or Saquon ultimately. Those are probably the 2 players that I'm really gonna be in between. Chase probably goes number 1. I'm probably gonna take upside here and take receiving over just pure rushing yards just to be safe. I'm a big Eagles fan, but I do really like what Bijan has to offer. I think Chase is a great pick. I'm not upset with Jefferson or McCaffrey either at pick 2. So there's a lot of great options, but usually it falls to getting the number 1 running back in the draft or whoever you think is the number 1 running back in the draft with that number 2 overall pick, because Chase has been a pretty strong consensus running back wide receiver 1 up to this point. So we're probably going to see Chase go at pick number 1. After that, we'll see how the draft goes. But this draft overall, I had a pretty strong finish with that number 4 pick, I would say. Yahoo actually predicted me to have the best season, which is usually a bad thing all in all. I'm just checking that draft time. We got about 3 minutes till the draft starts. But all in all, ended up with... it's a 1 keeper league, but it's a keeper you have to keep who's been drafted after the 6th round in the draft. So I was able to keep Jalen Hurts, so I didn't have to worry about quarterback in the draft, which was nice to not have to even think about. But for this draft, we went with Justin Jefferson early on. Round 2, we have a defensive player in this league. I ended up going with Travis Hunter. I can play him at my defensive spot, but he also gets offensive points. So he can be pretty good on both sides of the ball if it comes down to it. Took a risk on Tyreek Hill. If Tua's healthy, Tyreek does well. And also a possible trade deadline acquisition that could go a long way for us. Outside of that, RJ Harvey was my first running back off the board. Rookie, unsure what he was going to do, is still running back 2 on the depth chart. But I did a pretty good job of pairing him with Austin Eckler prior to the Brian Robinson announcement, as well as Jacoby Krosky-Merritt, Nick Chubb to cover for Joe Mixon, who I also drafted. Well, Mixon's now going to be out the first 6 weeks of the season, most likely. And Braylon Allen as well, in the hope that Breece Hall might kind of fall off the current team that he's on over at the New York Jets. But also picked up Cortland Sutton, a nice sleeper pick. Ferguson, I think, is a great sleeper for Dallas. And overall, a very solid team to get started. But like I said, this one is a much more traditional draft board here. This is going to be very similar to what you see in the day-to-day drafts that you may go through in your individual leagues. So you probably won't see as many weird rules like you saw in that draft that I just showed you all. But overall, I felt very good about the first draft. This second draft will be pretty interesting, I think, as people try to come in. I know a lot of people in this draft have some unfamiliarity with fantasy football and with maybe football in general to some extent. I'm not quite sure. There's some big hitters here for sure. Actually, one of the people in this league is actually the first person I'd ever recruited to Huntington College while I worked there. So shout out to Hayden Smith for sure. But this should be a super fun time. It should be a super awesome league. I really only joined because they needed an 8th to kind of fill out the roster. So, I really came in to be like, hey, I'll fill that last spot. I'll take over. I'll cover as we get into the draft this evening. So I made sure they had an even league. I made sure they had 8 people to make it, a draft that, for a fantasy league that's worth playing. You usually don't play with less than 8, but it seems like a lot of them haven't actually joined yet. I told the league was at this time. Obviously, they double checked in, and most people, I think, confirmed this time block. But not a lot of people have showed up or showed in yet, so maybe people are unfamiliar with showing up for the draft. Or maybe they're just gonna wing it. This might be an easy laid-back draft for me then. We might get an easy going time, which I'm completely fine with. I'm completely satisfied with. I'll happily, win. This is more so for fun, I think, than anything else. And I just love fantasy football, and I love running fantasy teams each week. So I'm really excited. We're gonna head into the draft right now. Let's get started. We don't even get the full song, but the juice is on the clock right now. Obviously, we're going to see the auto picker kind of start this draft. It's not going to completely kind of age out at the beginning. We'll have to wait for these auto drafters to go through a bit to get really into things. So that's all good. That's all fine and dandy. So we'll kind of let that vibe out a bit as we're waiting onward. But, honestly, I have my rankings on the board. We might want to switch it up. We might want to find, honestly, I haven't seen the back half of Ludwig streamer games. Why don't we check out the back half of those Ludwig streamer games? Yeah, so let's check out Ludwig streamer games while we're at it.
They move forward. If red just beats purple, they're through. Okay, so there's this battle going on. A lot of colors.
Dude, the Simon Says guy is absolutely crazy, man. He is so hyped to watch.
Colors are gonna win.
Simon says take a tiny step back.
Take it away.
Like, dude is an absolute killer out here. And they're still doing qualifiers in this one right now. This is like the second to last event, I think. This is looking like a Bijan Robinson angle for me, honestly.
All I know is, and I'm not partial. When I do Simon Says, I don't have a pony in the race. I just love coming out here, being out here with the amazing fans, being out here.
Yeah, I gotta take Bijan here.
I'm walking around. I'm from New York. I'm walking around the block, and a neighbor comes out and says, "Were you on the streamer games?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh my God, I'm such a gamer." And he was like so into it, and I had no idea the guy. And now, so to be here with you people who have hundreds and thousands and millions of followers playing this is just, it's made my day. So thank you.
Dude,
very
he's
much
awesome, man.
Right.
What a great guy. And he's so good at what he does. Like, how do you...
By the way,
dude, he must have been...
To my yeah. Wait a minute.
Dude, he must have been like an auctioneer or something in a past life.
Shout out to my lovely wife back home in New York, who she's watching back home on the YouTube, and she's like, Steve, Vanilla is crushing it. I don't know. So, all right, here we go.
He's so cute. I love it.
Simon says up, Simon says down. Simon says head, Simon says shoulders, hands up, Simon says hands up, hands down. Now Simon says hands down. Now you were good earlier, right? You won the tablecloth thing, right? But okay, I'm wishing you best of luck, but I don't know. Here we go. All I know is you got knee pads on for Simon Says. That's all I know. All right. Here we go. You are serious. Here we go. Simon says get down on your knees. Yeah, there you go. Simon says stand up. That was the most comfortable for you. All right. Hands up. Simon says hands up, hands down. Simon says hands down. Faster. Hands up.
Oh! I love how he just runs off.
At least he looked good with the knee pads. Simon says put up your left hand. Simon says wave it. Simon says stop, right hand up, both hands up. Come on, Super! Simon says just one step to your left. Simon says hands down. All right, here we go.
Imagine Super wins.
Looking for another spot in the finals.
Is that
Simon
Maya?
says up, Simon says down.
Oh, that's Sakura.
Simon says up, Simon says down, Simon says head, Simon says shoulders, Simon says opposite. Simon says tap, Simon says stop, Simon says back this way. Tap, tap, tap. Simon says tap, Simon says stop. Hands up, hands up.
Oh, Super no! Oh, man. Valid, valid, valid.
says face each other.
Dude is mad.
Simon says give each other the official Streamer Games double high five. That's it. That's it. That's
Great.
Simon says face me, please. Here we go.
Sakura Jason the Ween drama, so sad. If you all follow that, so sad.
Simon says run. Simon says stop. Simon says run. Simon says stop. Simon says jump. Hands up. Simon says hands up. Run in place.
Ray moved.
You did a little move. You're out. You're in the final.
Oh, that was Maya. Wow. I could not tell the difference. It's crazy. Oh, she really did move her feet just a little.
Oh, wow. The competition is real.
Yeah, with all these auto drafters, pick history is pretty chalk. I mean, Jamar, Bijan, Justin. Now, Jefferson going 3 is kind of not chalk. Saquon 4. Yeah, it's pretty normal.
We got Arky. We got E-Rob. We got Caroline.
Oh, man.
We got Sam, and
This draft's going to go really quick here in a few minutes if it goes to the auto draft.
Good to see you. It's been only a minute.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
No.
Yo, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Everybody watching in the crowd right now. If, Sonny, I hate to put this pressure on you, you do not qualify, Team Jason will be moving on. So there's a little bit of pressure on this, Simon Says, but I believe, give it up for Sonny.
All right.
True.
Steve, all you.
Oh, man. All right. Guys ready? All right. Simon says, wish you all the best of luck. Simon says, best of luck.
Was that Jameer? Yeah.
Simon says, best of luck. All right, here we go.
It's so chalk.
The warm-up. The warm-up. Simon says one hand up. Simon says put it down. Simon says other hand up. Simon says put it down. Simon says both hands up. Put it down. Nice. Put it down. Nice. Put it down. Nice. And put it down. Seriously, Arky, put it down. Nice. Simon says put it down. All right, we're ready to go.
Dude, I don't know where any of these people are. It's pretty crazy.
Simon says loosen up. Simon says loosen up. Yeah. Loosen it up. Yeah.
I guess it's good draft practice. I do love just drafting the draft, you know.
Simon says up, Simon says down, Simon says head, Simon says hips, Simon says head, Simon says hips, Simon says nose, Simon says hips, Simon says nose, hands up. Simon says hands up, hands down.
Oh, Sonny. Oh.
Simon says hands down.
The pressure.
Hands up. Simon says hands up. Wave it around, wave it around. Simon says wave it. Simon says you didn't wave it. You're out.
You just didn't wave it.
Huh? Did you move it? You were contemplating? You might have to. I hate to do this for you, but you're gonna have to contemplate over there. Don't contemplate over there. I have to. Sorry.
Have to contemplate over
nice
there.
round of applause. So close. Yeah. Simon says hands down. You know what the problem is at this point when there's so much on the line, right, to fill that last spot, even the tiniest little move is gonna, get you out. So, and you guys didn't move. She moved it a little bit. Here we go. Simon says face each other. Simon says give each other a funky, on the spot, made up handshake. Simon says go.
That was sweet.
Simon says face me.
Oh, wait, Quadfather's actually here. So who did Quadfather pick? McCaffrey? Yeah, fair. Would match the name. Would match the name 100%.
Simon says head, Simon says hips, Simon says head, Simon says hips, Simon says nose, Simon says belly, Simon says nose, Simon says belly, Simon says nose. Hands up. Simon says hands up, hands down. Simon says hands down. Run in place, run in place. Simon says run. Simon
Oh,
says
he
run.
flinched.
Congratulations, Team Emily.
Yeah, that's,
man.
yeah.
It's like I'm looking at poor Arky. I'm looking at him. I'm like, run,
Brock
run,
Bowers
for
to
God's
start
sakes,
round 2.
run. And he's looking at me like I owe him money. I don't understand. Oh, man.
Well, we finished through the qualifying round. Stevie did a great job getting everybody out, but now we're going to do one of our final 2 big games. For this first game, I need everybody from Team Vanilla, everybody from Team Agent, and everybody from the third team who I'm forgetting, Cinna. You're in? You didn't qualify. Yeah, this is the loser's game.
Dude, there's so many auto pickers, man.
Team Agent, Team
Oh, there's a
Team
loser's
Vanilla,
game.
get up here, all five of you,
That
all
makes
each team.
sense.
Come on, get up.
I was wondering about that.
So, this is called the big losers game?
Yeah, it's like a loser's bracket game. It'll differentiate whether they get 6 points or 7 points.
Oh wow, those picks are gonna come quick at me, huh? Puka, Malik, Amonra.
This is the consolation bracket.
Okay, the consolation bracket.
I mean, at this point, this is an interesting pick. I mean, was Nico Collins taken?
Line up along the top of the
I don't
50,
see
please.
Nico Collins.
Line up along.
Here,
Was he
everyone
taken?
Line up along the top of the 50, the 5-0, yeah.
Huh?
Oh, he
You
was
can line up
drafted.
next to your teams, that's fine. I don't
Oh, he was just drafted.
I don't care.
You don't have to be with your team if you want to move it.
Man, I don't love AJ Brown. He's just not a great pick to me. A-Chain I don't love.
Here we go.
Lad McConkey I don't mind.
Anywhere, it doesn't matter.
All right, right now you guys are competing
Right now, what
for
is...
the difference between 6th, 7th, 8th place.
Is that a
I mean, Trey
sunflower?
McBride
Which
isn't a
matters
bad pick
if you're
here
in the top
either.
4.
But he probably... Will he be gone by the time it gets back to me?
Mogi will compete.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Trey will be gone, but Lad probably won't be gone by the time it gets back to me, just based on the auto draft.
All right, take it away,
Even
Steve.
in the consolation
Dude,
bracket,
I don't know.
we do a warm-up. Here we go.
Like,
Only
there's not even a
because I
great
come here with
running
Here we
back
go.
to choose
Simon says
either. I mean,
hands up.
Jonathan
Simon says
Taylor
hands down.
or
Simon says lean this way. Lean this way.
Yeah, I'm not a big
Simon
Taylor
says lean
guy.
this way. Simon says stand up straight. Simon says up.
Give me Lad
Simon
McConkey.
says down. All right. You ready?
I don't know, man.
Here we go. Consolation. Simon says hands up. Simon says hands
London
down.
isn't a
Simon says
flashy
head.
player,
Simon
but I
says
mean,
belly.
he's
Simon says
supposedly
head.
just
Simon says belly.
alright,
Simon
I
says
guess.
head. Simon says tap. Simon says stop.
This pick
Hands
history
up,
is just
hands up.
gonna
You're
move
out, you're
so
out, you're out.
fast.
Simon says hands up, hands down. Simon says hands down. Faster, hands up, hands. Oh no! There you
Wait,
go.
I
Simon
was-
says move down.
I was missing it. I was missing it. I was missing it. I want to see it.
We got E-Rob. We got Caroline. We got Sam. And I need a representative for...
Simon says.
Click the button.
everybody from the third team who I'm
Yeah.
forgetting. Cinna.
The loser teams.
You're in? You didn't qualify. Yeah, this is the loser's game. Yeah, so you're in.
Okay, so
Team Agent,
where do I go
Team
from
Cinna,
here?
Team Vanilla, get up here. All 5 of you, all each team. Come on, get up.
I have to believe you take Trey here, maybe?
So, this is called the big losers game.
Because
it's
otherwise
a
you
loser's
don't
bracket
get
game.
Trey.
It'll differentiate whether they get 6 points or
Yeah.
7 points. Yeah, it's for points at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get Trey otherwise. I feel like Trey is like one of the last good players to get.
Okay, the consolation bracket. I like that
Consolation
idea.
bracket. All
Pick
15
history,
you guys
I
can
mean-
line up.
All right.
All 15
Here, line
you
up
guys.
along the top of the 50, please.
Yeah, because Brian Thomas and AJ Brown both gone.
Line up along the
So it's
top of the
Drake.
50, the
I don't
5-0,
love
yeah.
Drake London. I kind of like Trey McBride. Tyron
You can line up
Williams
next to
is
teams, that's fine, doesn't
nice,
matter.
but I don't have him high up my
I don't care.
list.
You don't have to be with your team if you want to move it.
Yeah, I think you take Trey McBride
Straight
here.
out a little bit.
And it's going to
Here we
kind of
go.
run through. You see a pretty
Anywhere, it doesn't
quick
matter.
run
All
of
right, right now you guys
picks.
are competing
Right now, what
for
is,
the difference between 6th, 7th, 8th place,
is that a sunflower?
which
What is
will
that?
matter
Is that,
if you're in the top 4.
is that the streamer game mascot? I'm sorry. What
Yeah,
is
we
it?
got Mogi. Mogi will compete.
Okay. All right.
We got
Play?
Mogi in there.
Dude, Drake London into 3 running backs, man. Wadfathers is up.
Refresh the everyday with Mentos gum. Yes to fresh.
Skip.
Shout out
Here
Mogi.
we go.
Big Packer gets
All right,
online.
Even in the consolation bracket, we do a warm-up. Here we go.
Halfway
Only
through the
because
draft.
I come here with love. Here we go. Simon says hands up. Simon says hands down. Simon says lean this way.
Yes, I ooh.
Lean this way. Simon says lean this way. Simon says stand up straight. Simon says up. Simon says down. All right, you ready? Here we go. Consolation.
Let's go,
Simon
Mogi!
says hands up, Simon says hands down, Simon says head, Simon says belly, Simon says head, Simon says belly, Simon says head, Simon says tap, Simon says stop, hands up, you're out, you're out, you're out. Simon
Tough.
says hands up, hands down, Simon says hands down. Faster, hands up, hands oh,
4 running backs in a row, wow.
There you go. Simon says move down. Simon says move down. Simon says move down. Here we go. Here we go. You ready? Simon says up. Simon says down. Simon says one hand up. Simon says both hands up. Simon says wave them around. Simon says run and wave. Simon says stop. Hands
Got a
down.
block there. Let's see what we got going on.
Simon says move down.
Oof, really clearing people out.
Simon
Big
says stop.
Eagles
Simon says
defense,
stop. Right,
bro.
that was
That's
good. Move
crazy,
down,
man.
please.
Jordan
Move
loving the
down.
Eagles
Simon says move
defense.
down. Stop. You're out.
Oh, Mogi! No!
All right. Wait a minute. You want? Is that it? That's not a thing, right? Wait a minute. Hold on. I feel bad. You know what? I feel bad about the whole flower thing. My friend, you're back in the game. Yeah. Whoa. I didn't say Simon says you're out again. You're just, yeah, all right, here we go. You are.
Wow.
That flower. Simon says, yeah, sorry, flower. All right, here we go. That flower is wilted. Here we go.
Oh,
Simon says hands
that was so
up. All right,
cute.
here we
I
go.
love Mogi.
This is for points. All right.
For points.
You'd be
Wow,
wise
3
to
grays
focus.
versus 1
All right, here we
purple
go.
is crazy.
Simon says up, Simon says down, Simon says give me a big old jump. Woo!
Daniels,
One more.
Williams, Higgins. Wow, what a draft board.
All right.
Man, I have Tyreek Hill in a decent spot here. I have Lamar around the same value.
All
I can
right,
get
here we
better.
go.
I have Chase Brown around the same spot though too,
Wait, we didn't.
and I could
we didn't win
use
yet.
that second running back.
Oh, you want to say? Oh, you did win, but you okay. But we need to see who's gonna. Let's just see who's the better of the two. Let's see who's
I
the.
mean,
better
I
of
have
the
Jackson
two.
Smith and Najigma up here too. I don't love
You
him.
ready? Here we go.
I hear a lot of good
This
things
is
about
just
Mario
bragging
Hampton.
rights
I
amongst
don't know about that
All
either.
right, obviously, all that contemplating paid off. All right, here we go.
Man, I'm gonna pause this for a sec. Man, I'm really leaning Chase Brown here. If I take Brown, I probably lose Lamar, but if I take Lamar, I probably make it out just fine. Who has the juice taken? He's taken 3 wide receivers, so he's not going to draft another wide receiver. So I'm going to lose Brown or Jackson, whichever one or Brown or Jackson, whichever one I don't pick. I'm basically going to lose. That's tough. I could maybe get Hurts on the comeback. I don't know if I even want Hurts. I probably need Chase Brown. Yeah, we'll take Chase Brown. It's fine. I'm going to lose Lamar, probably, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Hold on, I have a message that I have to answer. Kenny Pickett traded to Las Vegas. Wow, that's wild. Vikings and Colts trade for Kai Blackman. I'll say yes to that. Overall, very interesting draft so far. I'll go back to playing. But yeah, it sucks. I have to basically decide based off of what I know the computer is going to do.
Simon says hands up, hands down. Simon says hands down. Faster, hands up. Congratulate. Well, technically you both moved, but you moved a lot, you moved a little, so you're the winner. All right, there you go.
You moved a lot, you moved a little. Oh, I have to make another pick here, man.
Very excited.
Our bottom 3
I could
besides
take
says
Tyreek
8th place
Hill.
team, Vanilla
I'm gonna lose
place,
Lamar. I
we
could
have
take
Team Agent,
Hurts.
and in 6th place, we have Team Cinna. But we got to figure out our
Dude,
top
I could take
5. Do
Hurts
you mind doing one more
or
game?
We
Tyreek.
got one more. I got one more left in me.
All right, this is our final game. So I need all 5
Hurts or Tyreek
qualifying
here.
teams, all 25 of you to line up.
This is tough.
Let's go. This is gonna
I
be
think
our
that's really who
biggest
it's
game of the
between.
day.
Hurts, Tyreek. I guess Jackson Smith Najigma is also an option.
Bring back the flower.
But if I leave Hurts, I'll be in trouble quarterback-wise, I think. I think he's the last good quarterback available. I think you gotta take Hurts here. I'm gonna take Hurts. We'll deal with what we get here.
Hey, let's set her up on the 50.
Moki's the hype.
Move
Bring
back this
Moki
way.
back.
We're gonna set her on the 50. Between the 40. Go this way, other way, this way, Jack, this way. We're walking down this way.
Bring Moki back.
Keep walking
Bring
down
Moki
just to the
back.
40, E-Rob, just to the 40.
Yes, yes, there he is.
Dude, let's look at that pick history really quick.
Let's see, man.
So,
All right.
after that, it
Hey,
goes
let's go down
Amari and
the blue
Hampton
team. Let's
into
win, let's win.
Tyreek, into Terry, into Mike Evans. So interesting, very interesting, but that is how the computer operates, man. That's how the computer operates.
You guys to the 40. You want to don't be past the line.
Overall, my draft looks pretty good. 8-player league, though, so, I mean, Hurts, Robinson, Brown, McConkey. McConkey, wide receiver 1's okay, I guess. I like that I got McBride. But it's time to start throwing darts at these wide receivers, I think, soon.
Simon says hands up.
I think there's about to be another running back run because the computer's going to pick all those running backs right
Simon
there.
says a little deep knee bend. Simon says hands up. Simon says hands up. Simon says hands down. All right, official time. This
Here we go.
counts. Thanks all for participating today. Here we go. Simon says, if you're ready, Simon says, give me a big yeah. I love it. Here we go. Hands up. Simon says hands up. Simon says hands down. Simon says head. Simon says hips. Simon says head. Simon says hips. Simon says nose. Simon says tap that nose. Simon says stop. Hands up. Simon says hands up. Simon says hands down. Nice. Faster. Hands up.
Oh,
Yes, you're the only one who made that mistake. Oh, come on. Please show him the love. Come on. It's like, yeah, all right.
Oh, tough
Here we
luck,
go.
tough luck.
You ready?
It
I have to
happens.
say, you guys are pretty good. Easy. Okay, you okay? Oh my God.
I'm actually going to switch
Here we go. Simon is up,
this
Simon
to
is down.
here.
Simon
I'm gonna
is up,
put this
Simon
here.
is down, Simon is head, Simon
I think
is
you guys
down,
will like
head.
that more.
Simon is stop. Hands up, hands up. You're out, you're out. Simon says hands up, hands down, hands down. You're out, you're out. Simon says
Don't
hands
forget,
down,
if you
faster, hands up,
subscribe,
hands
I'll
up,
do
you're out.
some hot
Here.
sauce shots this evening. So subscribe for hot sauce
Simon
shots.
says put up your left hand.
Kittle, Burrow, Hubbard, Connor,
Simon says
Kamara.
wave it. Simon says stop. Right hand up, both hands up, both hands up.
So
Simon says
Trayvon
both hands
Henderson
up.
in a non-returners
You're out,
league.
you're out.
I don't
Simon says
love
wave it.
that
You're out.
pick.
Simon says stop. Hands down, hands
Kenneth
down.
Walker.
You're out, you're out.
I mean, I'm not a huge Kenneth Walker guy. I'm not a big Brees Hall guy. Xavier Worthy, I don't know what to expect out of Xavier Worthy this season.
You guys, Simon says
Marvin
take 2 steps this way.
Harrison, I don't know what to expect out of Marvin Harrison this season.
Yeah, I did say Simon says.
I'm not a big Marvin Harrison guy. I'm not a Garrett Wilson guy.
Good.
This is a tough
Here we
pick.
go.
I am not. I mean, Calvin Ridley is probably the first one
Simon says
I
up,
look
Simon
at.
says down,
I mean, I
Simon
guess
says lean,
Metcalf
Simon says
too.
stand up straight, Simon says lean, Simon says stand up
Where do I have
straight,
Metcalf
hands
versus
up,
Ridley?
Simon
I have.
says- oh, you moved, you're out. Simon says hands
What's
up,
Ridley's
hands down,
injury?
Hands down, Simon says hands down. Nice.
Okay,
You ready for this now?
so he's just sore.
Supersonic.
Cortland Sutton.
Simon says.
Where is
You know
Sutton
what I
on here? Oh, I have Sutton that high too.
SSSS. Supersonic.
Oh,
By Steve. SSSSS.
man, I have Sutton up there more.
Simon says up, Simon says down,
Jameson
Simon says
Williams
nose,
is a
Simon
bit
says nose,
further
Simon says nose,
down.
Simon says
Where
nose,
is
Simon says head,
Metcalf?
Simon
I have
says nose,
Metcalf
Simon says
right
head, Simon
next
says
to
nose. Hands up.
Sutton. Dude, give me
You didn't put him up, but you're not on your nose. You're
give
out.
me some Cortland Sutton.
Nah, you get it. Simon says hands up, hands down. Faster. Simon says hands down, hands up, hands up.
Okay.
Down. Simon says hands on head, Simon says hips. Hands on head.
So it's
Simon
gonna be a
says
wide
hips, Simon says
running
head,
back
Simon says
run,
hips, Simon says
and I
head,
think
Simon says hips,
I mean a
Simon
wide
says head,
receiver run, and
Simon
I
says
think I can get a
tap.
good running
Simon
back
says
still
tap.
later.
Hands up, hands
But I
up,
think I want to
Simon
get the
says
wide
hands up,
receiver
hands
I
up,
want.
hands down, Simon says hands
Metcalf's
down.
up
Faster.
there.
Simon says up, Simon says down.
Jameson
Simon says up,
Williams
hands
is
hands
up
you're right.
there.
Simon says hands on head, Simon says hips. Summits tap the hips.
Metcalf with
Summits stop.
Rogers.
Hands
I
up,
just don't
hands
know.
up.
If Rogers gets hurt, man, there's problems. Ridley's
Summits
decent.
move down. Summits move down. Summits move down.
Man.
Summits move down.
This is a tough
Summits
one.
move down. Summits move down. Summits to stop.
I'm going to pause that for a second while I do this. Man, Metcalf, Ridley. I like both of them a lot. Williams is all right. They're all going to probably be gone by the time it gets to me. It's going to be close to all gone. I'd probably take Metcalf here. That's the one I can guarantee is going to be gone. I might get lucky on one of these other guys. I think Metcalf's probably the way to go. Sure, give me some DK Metcalf. We'll see how it goes.
You're the only one who doesn't have to move. Everyone comes closer to you. Yeah, you're like the anchor. Simon says, put up your right hand. Wave it around. You're out. Did you wave?
Oh.
Yeah, you're still out. Go. Yeah, all right.
Tough. Dude, 2 orange left's crazy right now. That's Team Leslie. Peekaboo, Lavender. Hello. Sorry, I've been reacting. Good to see you, man. Hope you're drafting. Hope your draft's going well if you are drafting. And I hope the start of the school year's going well for you, man. How's the start of the school year going?
Summits his head, summits his hips. Summits his head, summits his hips, summits his head, summits his run, summits his stop, hands up, summits his hands up, hands down, summits his hands down, run in place, you're out.
Ooh, it's even now.
Down a little bit. Summits his stop. Summits his little bumpity bumps. All right, here we go. Ready? Summits, put up your left hand. Wave it. Summits is wave it. Summits is stop. Left hand down. Summits is left.
Commercial break.
Don't like sharing your pint? Then share the new Scoopapalooza.
Hand down, right hand up. Summits is right hand up, both hands up, Summits is both hands up. Wave it around. Summits is wave it. Summits is stop. Wave it around.
They're focused.
Summits is wave it. Summits is stop. Hands down. Summits is hands down. Faster. Summits is head. Summits is hips. Summits is head. Summits is hips. Hands up. Summits is hands up. Hands down. Summits is hands down. They're very good.
They are very good.
Very good.
So is that Maya or Ray? That's Ray.
Very good. Slime. Good, right? All right, here we go.
Slime.
Here we go. Summits is deep knee bend. Stand up straight. I want to tell you guys a story. No. This is awkward. Summits is stand up straight. Hands up. Summits is hands up. Summits is hands down. Summits is knees. Summits is opposite knees. Summits is knees. Summits is opposite knees. Summits is knees. Summits is stand up straight. Hands up. Summits is hands up. Hands down. Summits is hands down.
Wow.
Ready? Summits is head. Summits is hips. Hands up. You're out.
Hello, Tina. Yo, imagine Ray wins this. Oh, imagine Ray wins this.
Here we go. Ready? Summits just face each other. Summits just take a tiny step closer.
Oh.
Just tiny. Summits just shake hands. Summits just wish each other good luck. Summits just hands down. Face me, please. Face me. Face me. Face me. Nice. Summits just face me. That was close. That was a close one. Yeah, close one. Here we go. Summits just put up your right hand. Summits just put it down. Left hand up. Left hand up. Congratulations, my friend. Come here.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, he goes crazy. Crazy.
Do you remember this guy, Steve? You remember this guy?
Did he,
This is the winner of Simon Says last year, Sam Bucha.
Sam Bucha?
With a repeat. Give it up for Sam!
Wow. He won back to back. That's actually insane. That's gotta be like impossible to do.
But wait, stay here. Hold on a second.
Ridley,
You
Mahomes,
won
Mayfield.
last year. You got a rare I Won Simon Says t-shirt.
Yeah, I have it.
Well, it was
Steve, how do you one up a Simon Says I Won Simon Says Again shirt? Do you have a second? Do you have a repeat?
Well, yeah, wait, where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. Hold on a second.
Jameson Williams.
Damn, bro.
There it is. Oh, here we go.
Odunze.
Now, I don't know.
DJ
You got
Moore?
the same shirt
I have
last
DJ
year.
Moore really high. I'm
By the
surprised he's
way,
still there.
There's a lot of people standing behind, right?
DJ
And
Moore,
Steve
Jameson
Max,
Williams.
Championship shirt. I get get hit up 1,000 times a year.
DJ
Steve, hook me
Moore.
up with the shirt. And I never give them away. You know why? You got to earn this puppy, right? You got to beat
Ooh,
30,
man.
40 other gamers in order to get this.
Nice to see
My
Tony
friend,
Pollard down there. It's tempting.
This is you like that. Yeah. Your streamer, Simon Says champion!
Man, it's gonna be tough. I don't think I can get Pollard and all these guys, and I kind of do need Pollard. So what wide receiver do I really want from this list? I mean, there's a lot of talk about McMillan, honestly. I think I take the risk on McMillan at this pick.
Steve. Well, with that, it might shake up our leaderboard, it might not, but I'm not the one to answer to that.
Yeah.
My friends Slime and Nut, which are their real
I'll take McMillan. Let's see how it goes.
Simon says, "Let me hit
It's a
that
bench player.
ball," said Sambucha, and he
Move through
did.
pretty
Two-time
quick. I see
winner.
Travis Hunter still there. I don't really care. I think I'm Pollard here.
Of all time, the greatest of all times at following directions with certain language included. Now that was it.
Yeah, I'm
We're
going Pollard.
to do the tabulation. I'm actually super excited to see who.
I think
made
I'll
it
lose him
through,
otherwise, and I need
because
the
this
backup
horse
running
race,
back.
Top 4 of the entire event for the past 2
Sambucha
days
winning's crazy though.
is going to make it into the pentathlon, which is coming up right now. The bottom 4 literally get escorted off the field with weapons.
With weapons and into a basement located inside of this high school. I don't want to say what the name of the high school is, but you could find that online pretty easily. They're going to be trapped in a basement and not going to be let out. They're going to have to find their own way out.
That's what happens when you lose at the streamer games anyway. Again, as someone who made it through, got bronze last year, what are you seeing change through the
Lots of
year?
wide receiver running, and then it gets a bit mixed
Well,
here.
the main thing I want to say is last year my bronze trophy was
Quite
actually
a-
just made out of wood.
Interesting draft.
Wow.
And this year, I guess he decided to put
Um,
money into the trophy. So
So RJ
It's a
Harvey,
it's
interesting.
just that would have been
I
cool.
feel like you're more focused on what you received
Godwin,
as a reward
I don't
instead
feel
of how
great
competition
about-
improved over.
Why else would I be here if I wasn't getting things?
Right.
You know? But
Myers
anyways, we're looking at some highlights too.
and
Incredible handshake.
Cup,
Oh, he just couldn't dance in that moment.
Could you describe to me?
oh,
the
Jacoby
feeling, what
Krosky's
it feels
also
like
there. I totally
to
forgot
do the
about
wrong
this
thing
dude, man.
when
Makes you feel like
Steve
a
Oh,
Max-
dude.
Like
I mean, you go AJ Har. What? You go AJ Harvey,
Steve Max makes you feel
and you
like a
bet on the upside, and then you come back around,
Sometimes I feel like.
and then we take Jacory Krosky.
I don't know. I don't know. why I said
Boom.
that. I-
Two rookie running backs
Yeah,
back to
sometimes
back.
it's like
That's
you
that's a
think
pretty
things
good.
that
That's a pretty good
you
setup.
say
I
them,
like
you
that.
have no
just
control.
say 'em, and sometimes you're on a broadcast.
I
and
also
it's
like.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I like the you were taking.
I'm
videos
happy with that. I'm
during the
happy with
tournament.
that.
I was
Hey,
pretending
chat reminder, any
because of
subscribers, I will
sports
do a
television, by
last
the way.
dab
I was
hot
pretending
sauce.
because the face
Last
fans
dab
were
hot
really
sauce right
grabbing
here.
online,
I'll do some
and
last
I was
dab.
yelling as
If
a FaZe stan at
I
Steve Max,
am given a
telling him what I'm gonna do to
subscriber.
him if he actually puts out Ron or Lacey.
I had these headphones on.
But
Their
man,
noise canceling,
interesting
and I
draft
heard
so far.
From, like, my
I think I have IR spots, so I could probably take Mixon.
Steve Max, I'm gonna fucking get
Dobbins
you,
and
bro.
Eckler are both on my
Anyway, we're
list
waiting
of
again for
wants to,
tabulation
though.
See who made it into pentathlon. They're setting it up. This looks crazy.
They're
I-
doing the math right now.
You guys are gonna see the camera shot once it comes
And
up.
here
we
it
go.
is.
Oh
Wow.
my God, Emily, Jack,
Pretty decent
Nicola,
separation,
Jason
honestly.
have all made it through. Team Agent, Toast, Cinna, and Foosley have been eliminated from the event.
5-point difference is pretty
Officers
significant.
Coming onto the field right now, they're going to put teams 5 through 8 in handcuffs and lead them into the basement.
That's right.
So if
The
you guys were
Streamer
watching
Games
for
basement.
them, maybe give them a round of applause. Maybe say some nice things in the chat because you might never see them again.
Yeah,
That's
a pretty
right,
decent
Now,
spread.
Team Emily
Huh.
pulling all the way ahead.
Dude, I hate
Really
Nut.
surprised
I
that
love
all
Slime,
have
but Nut
advantages
just doesn't
based on
work
their
for me,
placement in the
man.
top
Well, I
four.
don't hate him.
So
Let's
what
be
you
honest.
saw
I don't think he's my
15
style.
seconds added to their time, which
I don't think he's
doesn't
my
mean anything
style. I think he has a
now.
certain type of humor that I just
We are set
can't
up for the
relate
pentathlon.
It's
to.
going to be huge.
And I'm not
It's
sure
gonna be
why
big. We
not.
did this last year.
I just
We
can't
did
get
this
there.
last year. My team was the 4th place.
Dude, I don't
team
even
that
remember
got
the
in, so
finals
we
last
went
year.
First in the competition, and that
I don't remember
ended
the
up
finals
being
at
huge.
all last
We
year.
were some of the best competitors in the entire pentathlon.
But you got fourth.
Well,
Anyway,
we didn't follow the rules because we had to go first, and that ended up costing us by just a few seconds.
let's see if these guys follow the rules. We're going to go to the final event of the Streamer Games. Take it away, Ludwig.
Dude, so we have Caleb Johnson, Evan Ingram, Bo Nix, Kyler Murray, Joe Mixon. Oh, Mixon getting taken.
We said some goodbyes.
Dude,
So
I'm
guys,
probably
it's
gonna
time
lose out
to
on
get
one of the guys I
final
won here because I
applause
think I'd love
for
Eckler.
Team Foosley.
I think I'd love Eckler and Dobbins, but I don't think I'm gonna get
Team
both.
Foosley did a great job throughout this entire event.
I feel like Dobbins has more
Hey,
upside
Team
because the
Foosley,
Dobbins
any
are already
final
could really
words?
take over a team. I don't think
Yeah, what do you want to
Eckler's
say
ever
to
gonna take
the
over
people
the
at home
full
watching?
team. But I think Eckler has the better week-to-week upside. But I don't think I need week-to-week
Your last
upside for a
crowd.
bench player at this point.
But you got
Yeah, I
two
think we take
wins.
Dobbins here.
Hey, Lulu,
Yeah, there goes Eckler. I don't like Stevenson. I don't like Williams. Debo's down there. I don't love Debo too much. Ricky Parasol.
we gotta keep saying some goodbyes. Can we say
Man,
maybe
I
a
don't
big
know.
round of applause for another eliminated team?
Jawan
Team
Jennings is
Sinnoh.
very interesting. Khalil Shakir is
Team
interesting.
Sinnoh fought valiantly. They are out at
And
7th
They,
place.
they made
Keep
it sound like
going for
Jawan
Team
Jennings is hurt.
Post.
He's supposed to be back by
And
game
in this
day, though?
event at team, 6th place.
Yeah, you never know with a calf. You never know what you're going to
Finally,
get
our
with a
last
calf.
eliminated team,
Which
Team
kind of leads
Agent.
all
Round of
roads
applause
to
for Team
Ricky,
Agent.
man. Yeah, give me Ricky Pearsall.
Thank you all those competitors for
All
showing up
roads
today,
lead to
those captains
Ricky.
for doing the job of being a captain. And now we should walk over because we have our other 4 teams which are going to compete in a pentathlon. We're gonna
Afterwards,
walk through how this
Stevenson,
pentathlon
Williams,
works.
Diggs, Pittman,
But before
Fields.
then, I'm going to correct something Slime said because the way it works is you get 1 second of advantage for every point you have.
Dude,
over
I feel
your
pretty good
teammates.
about this draft. I mean, this is a good draft. It's an 18 league. I don't feel amazing about it, but I feel pretty good about it.
Fourth place has 62 points. That means they get
As
a
far as this
6-second head
goes,
start
I think I'm
over
happy
Team
with
4.
it.
That makes sense? You get that? 1 second per point. Pretty simple. So we're going to go over to the pentathlon competitors.
I forgot about Tyler Warren.
You guys want to know how the pentathlon works? You guys want to know how the pentathlon works? Yep.
I'm so sorry.
All right, lock in with me real quick. Guys, we're going to...
Imagine bringing your side project to life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Just
even know
by
who I would
thinking
take
about
with this next
Meet
pick, honestly.
Base 44.
Playing the pentathlon right
Yeah, look at
now.
the pick history. I mean, how'd that go from here? Reed, Coleman, yeah, Jennings, yeah.
All right, guys, if you want to pay attention, you can. If not, that's fine. The
Well, I'm
pentathlon...
gonna pause this for a second while I make this next pick. Jade Higgins. Warren is very interesting. Bigsby's very interesting. Jordan Mason's very interesting. I think there's some interesting running backs to take here. Bigsby and Mason both have upside. I think Bigsby has the bigger upside because I don't know what NTN's gonna really do. But I think Mason is pretty good. Warren's also a very interesting player. I just don't think he's gonna make it work with. At this point, I'm really taking a strong flyer. I'm not really drafting the player that's going to be good week in, week out. I like Braylon Allen down there. I'm not really crazy about any of the wide receivers. I mean, Tyler Warren is right there. I have a feeling if I take Tyler Warren and kind of wait to see what happens with Braylon Allen, I think that's fine. Because I think does Braylon Allen make it to the end of this draft? Very possibly. He'll be close. So yeah, I think I take Tyler Warren here. Yeah, let's take Tyler Warren. Let's take a flyer. Okay, I do need to take a defense here. I want the Arizona defense. I like their week 1 matchup, so give me the Arizona defense. So that works out well there. Let me look at 2024 season total fantasy points wise. Let's get those filled up. Dude, I'm getting the last kicker, aren't I? I mean, I'm very possibly getting just the last kicker in this draft, right? Which is fine. And Boswell did well last season. I mean, that really quickly just drove through a lot of the remaining picks. Oh wow, it actually waited for everyone to take defenses and kickers till the end. Wow, the AI actually thinks this time around. That's wild. I didn't realize it does that. So yeah, wait till the last 2 rounds for everyone to take defenses and kickers. I should have realized that earlier. But yeah, that's wild. That's actually really cool. I appreciate that. Well, I got the defense that I wanted. I wanted Arizona. I'm going to play week-to-week defenses and all of that good stuff. But I'll keep going with the video now while we wait for these final picks.
I know, I fucked up the name. The first event We need one person from each team to sit in all 20 of these chairs, popping every single balloon on the way down. If you don't pop a balloon, guess what you have to do? Stay there till you fucking pop it. Go back. Exactly right. That is one person. Now, the thing about this pentathlon is each of you are going to do an individual job, and then you do a team job at the very end. So the first leg, you'll have a baton, by the way. The first leg, all right, you've sat in all these, you popped them all. You bring them over to your teammate here, who's going to be in one of these gamer chairs. Unbranded. They didn't give a shit. Well, then get your ass over here if you can't hear me. All right. The second leg, you're going to be one of your teammates
Okay, let's
in
see.
this chair. You are going to race all the way down 50 yards to this end, to those two blue
Malik
cones
Willis?
that go
Dude.
between the two blue
This dude just
cones.
drafting Packers
You're
players.
going to
That's
be racing
crazy
in a chair.
behavior.
If you fall,
That's wild.
Guess what you do? Get up, keep going. That's right. No one said it. And that's the second leg. Wait, stop talking to me. I'm doing something. All right, our third leg is going to be all the way over here. You pass the baton.
So basically,
to your
everyone's gonna
third
draft
teammate.
kickers this round.
This is the power
It
section.
seems
This will
like.
be your strongest teammate. Their job is to carry these heavy boxes.
Dude, 4 rookies
from
on my bench.
there
Crazy.
Across those white lines. These are very heavy boxes. This will probably take you multiple trips. So find your strongest person. They're going to have to carry it from here across the crowd. It's going to be yelling at you.
Are they really heavy? What if they open up? What happens then?
All the way to these two red cones. You see these two red cones? That's where you bring them. They can feel them. That's fine. Just don't move them. And then, after you bring those boxes...
Dude, I'm a streamer. I'm like, what the heck is he having me doing?
Boxes, I need the smartest person in your team to build a table. That's right. You are building a stream setup.
I mean, Pittsburgh's gonna be just as good as they were last year, probably. I mean, I'd probably take Chris Boswell here.
Give me a second.
The other person I would take is Rashard. Yeah, I'll take Boswell.
Shut your damn
That
mouth
feels
for
like a pretty good
second.
draft.
They love Jason too much.
That feels like a
Killing me.
pretty good draft.
All right. You guys are going to build these stream
Go to my
setups.
team.
The stream setup has to look exactly like this. Once you are done building the stream setup, you pass the
I'm pretty
baton
happy with that.
to the real eater of your group. Why did you guys yell Lacey?
Very interesting draft,
It's
though.
gonna be a tie. Oh, excuse me. It's a taped down pie tin. You cannot lift the pie tin. You can only use your mouth, and you have
Metcalf.
to reveal the 3 Mogi stickers as me filled to the brim with whipped cream. So your job is to eat all that whipped cream, reveal the 3 stickers. When the ref says you're good to go, you're going to go to the final leg, which is all 5 teammates playing a game of the floor is lava. Let me show you how that works.
What?
This is hard. It's supposed to be. It's for the gold trophy, man. All right. Where are we starting this one? So you're going to go all the way to the arch. All 5 teammates have to be here.
I'm built for that eating shit, bro.
What'd you say?
I said I'm built for that eating shit.
You're built for that eating shit, bro. You're built.
I'll grab it eating all day. I'll devour that whipped cream.
You're built for athletics, man. You're physically fit.
That's true.
All right. The floor is lava. The way
I'm
this
happy with
works,
this
if you
team.
can watch
This
Stanzy
team works
right
out.
here, is you got to lay down these mats. You
My
can
next draft will
only
be a
stand
lot
on these
more
mats.
competitive. I
You're
think
gonna
the
have to
GOAT,
use
Nick
teamwork
Folk,
to
is
get
available
all
still.
5 of you
True, Nick Folk is a GOAT. You know who
across those
also should have been
slabs.
available?
Now,
Nick Foles.
guys,
He's
guess
out there,
what
I'm sure.
happens
You go
if
draft
you
Nick
touch the
Foles
ground?
instead.
Stand,
Dude,
touch the ground. Can I get
honestly, can I see, is the league draft recaps available? Oh, that's not what I want to see. That's just the round by round draft recap. I want to see the projected stats. Do they not have this? Are they not ready yet? Final standings projection. Let's see how it thinks I'm going to do. It thinks I'm going to get 6th place. It thinks I suck. It thinks I don't know what I'm doing. Understandable. But overall, it's fine. I'm pretty sure I had the better draft. I mean, I was one of the few that showed up. I mean, let's take a look at some of the other teams real quick. Now that we've gone through this process before we watch the finals of streamer games. So big Packer guy. I think he's drafting a ton of Packers players. So let's see. Love and Golden. So he's got the quarterback wide receiver connections. Betting on Golden this season. Olave gonna suck. Pickens gonna suck. Swift gonna suck. GT, rookie, I don't know. Brock Bowers, good pick. But 2 Vegas players, that sucks. Montgomery, Samuel, Reed, and Willis. Like, I don't understand that. Lots not loving this one. This one I'm pretty out on. Quad fathers. Let's take a look. Quad fathers: Daniels, McCaffrey, Bucky Irving. I like that running back duo. Wide receiver trio. I like these two. This wide receiver duo could go either way right now. I'm not loving the depth. Garrett Wilson, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Judy. I think these are all busts. I think Tracy and Johnson are busts. I don't need a second quarterback, and I think Coleman is a bust. Um, so medium level roster, not great, not bad. Quad fathers, I could go either way with your draft. I think that's you, Lavender. So I could go either way. I could see that working out either as a strong team, but if something goes wrong, you're going to be in the hole. If one of your top players gets hurt, you're going to be in a very big hole. Um, Burrow with Jacobs and Williams, decent running back duo. Wide receivers, Lamb and Neighbors and Evans. I like that actually. Andrews, I'm fine with. Marvin Harrison, Calvin Ridley, Travis Hunter. Wow, this guy, Amika Buka, this guy has wide receiver depth for days, but no running back depth. So Josh Jacobs, Kyron Williams, that's it basically on the running back side. That's kind of concerning. Herbert on the back end, Ingram. Yeah, it's a relatively decent draft. Just once again, running back gets hurt, you're donezo. Um, she she Brock on my Bowers. Let's take a look at Cameron Fain. Running back's good. I'm a bit worried about A Chain and his injury to start the season, but overall, super great running backs. Wide receivers, stellar. McLaurin just signed his deal today. Going to be a stud. Higgins should be a stud in that passing offense. Raw Brown, stud. Laporta, stud. Uh, three Detroit players. That's a bit troublesome, in my opinion. Um, that's a lot of mouths to feed. Now, this is one of the few offenses they all can get fed. So I 100% think it could work. But still, nonetheless, a lot of mouths to get fed. I'm checking my volume really quick. Three Detroit players. That's a bit yeah, it's working. It's working. Cool beans. But yeah, three Detroit players. I don't know about that. Chuba Hubbard, he's okay. Devonta Smith, I'm fine with. Jones, I'm fine with. Addison, wide receiver upside for later in the season. Bo Nix is chill. Yeah, overall, pretty good team. Has running back depth. This is a good neutral team. The really concern here is that three Detroit players on that roster is going to be a lot of mouths to feed in one offense. Let's see, Brady Mims. Let's take a look. Uh, Hamptons, it's a sleeper. I don't love the pick, honestly. I'm not a big Hampton guy. Kamara, I'm okay with. Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, Drake London, probably one of the best wide receiver trios in the league. I'm pretty happy with TJ Hawkinson in this draft. Um, this looks relatively good on the top. Brees Hall as a backup. I'm kind of fine with that, honestly. See how he rolls. If he works out, this is a great upside pick to be able to have as a bench player. Jameson Williams, great bench wide receiver. Pacheco, I'm comfortable with that. Myers, I'm comfortable with that. A couple people who are hurt could put Mixon in that IR spot for now. But overall, this is a really solid draft. Honestly, the running backs are a bit questionable, but I would say it's a medium to high level draft ultimately. Super Soakers. I think they're projected to win the league right now. Two big running backs with not a lot of receiving upside. I think that will be interesting. Baker Mayfield, I'm fine with the quarterback play. Tyreek Hill. I like Tyreek Hill. I know some people are scared of it, but I'm comfortable with it. Devontae Adams, another great wide receiver. Taylor, another great running back. Kelsey, pretty decent tight end, has good upside for his draft value right now. James Conner on the bench is a huge running back to be able to have on the back end to kind of fill out that team. Xavier Worthy, I think, has good upside, especially with Rice possibly getting out of suspension still. Odunze, I don't know. Cup, Odunze, I don't really care that much. Shakir, I don't care that much. Javonte Williams, I don't care that much. I don't care about a second quarterback. But overall, yeah, I see why the starting roster was probably ranked number one. Um, that is some very solid upside. I can completely see how this team can come alive and possibly take over this league. I 100% see the Samuel Newborn Super Soakers working out. The Juice. Let's see, Hayden Smith. This is the guy I wanted to see. Let's see, Lamar with James Jackson, Trevion Henderson. I like that. Strong wide receivers: Jamar Chase, Brian Thomas Jr., and AJ Brown. Njoku. I'm fine with the tight end upside. Kenneth Walker, a good depth running back. Jalen Warren and Austin Eckler, good depth running backs. DJ Moore, Rashid Rice, both great wide receivers as well to have as depth. Yeah, no, this is a stellar team. This is probably my favorite one I've seen so far. Running backs, once again, a bit questionable, but I really like what Hayden Smith's draft looks like over there with the juice. And finally, me, discount Belichick. Uh, instead of discount double check for those who have seen the State Farm Aaron Rodgers commercials. I'm happy with my quarterback. I love Hurts, Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, two great receiving running backs. I'm happy with McConkey. He's not a great wide receiver one, but he's formidable. Um, Outside of that, I 100% see like the upside in Metcalf. I don't know if I love the pick, but gotta hope that Rodgers just pans out. Um, and then outside of that, I'm seeing Cortland Sutton. I like Cortland Sutton. I think he's one of the better sleeper wide receivers of the draft. Trey McBride, I did draft early. That's why my wide receivers are kind of weak. I wanted to get that number 2 tight end. So overall, I'm satisfied with McBride. Outside of that, I went pretty rookie heavy just to try to kind of find some people to fill those holes. So McMillan, I think he's getting drafted way too late in ESPN leagues right now because ESPN hasn't updated their values yet. McMillan, number 1 wide receiver in Carolina. Bryce Young comes alive this season. McMillan has great upside. Tony Pollard is the running back depth that I really need. I'm a very big advocate that Tony Pollard is a slept on running back. Um, I have the Denver running back room in RJ Harvey and J.K. Dobbins. There's a world where Dobbins comes out, starts the season, and plays fantastic. There's a world Dobbins comes out and gets hurt on the first play of the game. That's just kind of how the player is. But regardless, having that Denver backfield, I don't think this team will split time forever. I think someone will pretty quickly take over that running back room. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, no brainer pick here. Washington, possible starting running back. I wish I could have got Eckler the pair. But I was stuck between Dobbins and Eckler, and I think Dobbins just has a bit more upside than Eckler does, despite Eckler probably being the better floor on a week-to-week basis. Ricky Parasol, very damaged wide receiver room, probably has a chance to get some wide receiver 1 reps to start the season and possibly take over that whole job. Dude got shot last season, came back in the middle of the season, had a fantastic second half. And Tyler Warren, upside tight end, he probably won't stay on my team too long ultimately, and I'm not worried about my defense or kicker. Overall, though, I'm pretty happy with this draft. I probably have the second best draft, I would say, um, behind that Hayden team that we just looked at. I would probably say my draft is number 2, maybe number 1. I don't love the wide receivers right now, but we'll see how that goes on a week-to-week basis. I don't even think this is a PPR league. It might not even be a PPR league looking at those wide receiver stats. Um, so I'm not going to get points per reception. I didn't really even notice that. Let's see what my week 1 matchup is. My week 1 matchup, actually, it's against the other team that I think could win it all. That's super interesting. So 103.8 to 102.4. Um, I quarterback advantage goes to him. Running back advantage here, I'd probably say is me. Wide receiver advantage is him. I have the tight end advantage. Defense advantage is even. Kickers, I don't really care. So yeah, this could really go either way. And he has some more dangerous pieces. I don't even know if there's a reason to put Rasheed Rice in there on this team. But he has some dangerous pieces. He could also throw in like Kenneth Walker instead of Henderson. Um, but this should be a very interesting one. I don't love my chances, honestly. But overall, very interesting setup here. Very interesting draft. We have another draft coming up in a bit here at the good OL days. Let's see if it even lets me. It lets me join the draft now. So I'll go ahead, hop in this draft room. Okay, pick number 3. Pick number 5, I mean. So yeah, right now it's literally going to be one of these 4. McCaffrey probably is what we're looking at right now. That's probably what's going to end up having to be the pick. But you will see people are already showing up to this draft, making sure they're all set up on time. This one's a bit more of a serious league. There is some money in this one as well, so it's all part of the picture and all of that kind of good stuff. So this one's definitely gonna be a bit more serious, I would say, as we get into it here. Um, but overall, my first pick's pretty settled out. From there, we'll kind of mix and match and see how things go from there. But overall, pretty decent first draft. I'm happy with that one. We'll run through the other teams in this league really quick too. So when you look at my team, this was a 12-team league in the other league that I drafted the other day off stream. Um, Once again, Hurts was a keeper for being drafted after the 5th rounder later. Um, I'm happy with Jefferson. Sutton's the sleeper. Tyreek's the risk factor. hate my running backs, RJ Harvey and Austin Eckler. I hope Krusty Merritt works out, Braylon Allen, Nick Chubb, Mixon. I hope someone's out, and I really didn't know who else to take at the end of the draft. So Mason Taylor and Jake Ferguson, I'm hoping one of them kind of pans out for me. And Travis Hunter in my defensive spot, I think, is going to be a big deal. And I have TJ Watt, too. He's someone I usually draft like every single year on that end. But let's look at the rest of the league. So first up is my dad, Butterscotch Crimpets. He had to keep Burrow. He had Chase. I hate Wilson. I think Wilson's a really bad pick. I think Wilson's like a horrible pick. I like Williams. I hate Swift. Um, Hawkinson I'm okay with. Rashid's gonna be good until he gets kicked out. So you need good depth. I don't see great depth here yet. But does have Judkins in the hope that Judkins does sign that contract with Cleveland. Pretty solid draft overall, but does have quite a few holes on this team. Beast of Bourbon. This guy. Wide receivers are rough. Puka, Devontae, Matthew Golden. I don't love that. Running backs are Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs. Bench does have McMillan on the bench. Could be a good wide receiver fill throughout the season. Has 2 decent quarterbacks. I don't like Johnson, Scatterer, Blue. The dude's looking for upside ultimately here. I'm actually going to take a short break. I need to turn on my AC and do a couple things really quick. So I'm going to take a 3-minute intermission here. While I am doing that, let me pull up another YouTube video really quick while I take that quick intermission. Let's see. Let's see, does Benchwarmer Brand have a short video I can watch that's like 3 minutes long or something like that for you all? Dude, when did he start doing so much long content? That's crazy. He does some really long content nowadays. Dude, this is like 11 months ago. That was crazy. He does long content now? Come on, there's to be a Ludwin video. Show me the Ludwin video. Hank Green's sick of my dumb questions. Let's go with that.
Oh no!
No sweat, man. I'll get my
Okay, y'all. I will be right back in a few minutes. I'm gonna go get some AC on really quick and a couple other things, but I'll be right back with y'all.
Ground turkey, so it wasn't like a vegetarian, but it was like a vegetable base, and she spent like all day cooking it and also some desserts. She had a really long day. She like got home around like midnight, and we sat down for a bit on the couch, and then she falls asleep on the couch. So I carry her to bed. I carry, the dogs to bed, the cats to bed. Everyone's in bed. I'm like, boom, did everything. I get every animal fed, and I'm like, hell yeah, did my job. This is it. Sometimes this is my job. All right. Oh, I did everything you're supposed to do. Then I go, me. I sleep. I wake up. I go downstairs, and what is on the stove? If not the damn soup that I didn't put to bed. The soup was left out all night, and she had just made the homemade soup. Just eat it. It could be good. You are absolutely right. It could be good. You are 100% right. It also could not be good. And it had ground turkey in it. And it's very possible that it could give you food poisoning. It's just very possible. It's honestly like, it's maybe even like a 70-30 safe to not safe. Like it's probably fine, but it could not be fine. And I'm not willing to let Cutie take that risk because she was the one who was going to eat the soup because I'm out. I'm leaving for a few days. Reheat it. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. It does not work like that. That's not how it works. It does. It just actually really dead ass doesn't. You are taught. Okay. All right. Okay. You know what? Yo, what up?
Hey, what's up?
Not
much going on here.
Shut up. If I leave soup overnight and then in the morning after like, let's say 12 hours, reheat it, will it be safe to eat?
So generally speaking, if soup's been sitting out at room temperature for about 12 hours, it's usually not the safest bet to just reheat and eat. Bacteria can grow pretty quickly at room temp, and reheating won't always eliminate all the stuff that might have developed. So the safe advice is probably to skip it and go for a fresh batch.
Are you just being a pussy about it? Why can't I just eat it?
Nah, I get where you're coming from. I'm just giving you the safety first spiel. It's really more about food safety guidelines than anything else.
That's what the fucking clanker says. That's what the damn clanker says. Don't trust the clanker. I'm sorry. The clanker knows so much more than me. I know
Shut up, Clanker.
a lot of people hate the Clanker. The Clanker knows so much more than that. Call Hank Green. He's just going to say the same thing. He's going to say, it's probably fine, but like generally, yes, it could get some airborne pathogens that could give you food poisoning, and you are taking a risk. And reheating it won't remove that. But Hank isn't a Clanker. That's what you think.
No clankers.
You're going to watch the final Vlogbrothers video where John and Hank just go like this, and underneath is a robot. And it's always
Andrew
been a robot.
Whitey, my
Clank
man.
Green.
Thank you
I
for
should name
the
my AI
follow,
that.
man.
Fuck yes.
Dude, you
Your
didn't
name is
follow me
Clank
before? That's
Green.
actually
Hell
messed up.
Yes. You
I'll say that straight up. That's messed up that you didn't follow me before now. It's so messed up. I think you should subscribe. Subscribers, they get to see me do some Da Bomb hot sauce. I think you should subscribe at $6, Andrew, and it makes up for the absolute hater that you apparently are, as I'm finding out. So, Andrew, I think you should drop me that sub. It's all good. I get it. Save me a few dollars on those football tickets. By the way, did you buy those football tickets yet, Whitey? Do I owe you money? I know you said you might do it this weekend. We'll see what he says, chat. We're going to not I was about to say Philly. We're headed down to Athens, Georgia for the UGA Kentucky game on October 4th on my birthday this year. I'm super excited to be able to do that with him. I think Liv, who's also in this league, is probably going to be coming down for that as well. And I haven't seen her since I graduated college. So I'll be super excited to see her as well. Should be super awesome. There's Eric Kerr as well is making a YouTube video for this. So check out his YouTube. I think it's Eric Kerr if it isn't. Heck yeah, we are. Yeah, Whitey. But yeah, Kerr has a YouTube channel. You'll see him in the draft tonight as well. So there's some pretty good people who are coming in to be able to be a part of this and be part of this draft. This is to give you some background. It's a group of orientation leaders from my college, Quinnipiac University. So we all went to college together. We all were on the same, it's basically a job league, but it's a job alumni league at this point. So we all used to work at the university together. But we've been doing this, I think, ever since the first year after we all met at orientation. I think this has been going on probably, wow, it's gotta be close to 7 years. I used to run the league, and then Whitey took it over. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Whitey, you can tell me if I'm wrong. But it's super awesome. I'm super pumped to be doing this one again. This one's really fun. I think I did really well the first year, and I've struggled ever since. So we'll see if I'm able to come alive a bit. Maybe gain some momentum, see how it goes. But we can see how everything goes and what it looks like. And you're right, you did it when it was harder with 20 people. That's right, it was a 20-person league. Everyone wanted to play in that league. That was crazy. That 20-person league was super awesome. 12-team league now, very standard to what most people see in fantasy football. We'll have one more draft on, I think it's going to be Sunday. I haven't been finalized, but I think Labor Day weekend I have one more draft. That's my lawyer league, which is another 8-person league, but it has 2 quarterbacks. It has 4 defensive players. A bunch of wacky rules. It's super cool, super fun. That's the big one. That's probably my most financially expensive league that I do each year. This league's starting to get there, though. Each year, I tell Whitey we should raise it another $10. Eventually, we'll get there. Eventually, we'll start breaking people's banks. That's the goal. That's the dream. Whitey's actually secretly collecting all this money to use to buy his football tickets to UGA. Don't tell anyone, but he's using it as a secret loan, basically. That's the rumor I'm going to spread about him today. He's secretly using this money as loans. So, throw Whitey a few dollars his way too. His Venmo is his Venmo is like like Justin Purple. You should Venmo me. Venmo me. It's Justin Purple. I'll take the money and I'll give it to Whitey. Don't worry. That definitely will happen. Or you can subscribe and I'll do some Da Bomb hot sauce for you, and I will hand that money to Andrew White. It'll help cover my fees for the league anyway. But yeah, super awesome, super awesome. I'll let you guys finish up this video. Yep, no payouts will be given out in the end. Yep, never. Nobody's getting paid. There's never been $1 given back in this league. I promise you that. But as we're waiting a few minutes for this draft, we still got about another 27 minutes. My last draft was pretty quick. But as we start heading on the back end, I am going to let y'all finish this video. Then we'll start trying to finish up Streamer Games video as well, and then we'll begin to the draft shortly after that. So I'm going to let this video ride for a couple more minutes. I got to turn on some lights back in my apartment, and we will get things underway to try to finish this up in just a few minutes to head into draft number 2. That was your first draft ever, Lavender? That was pretty decent. I'll give you credit. Definitely could use some work. We could definitely talk some draft strategy and some pointers. But if that's your first draft ever, man, I'm just glad you're enjoying having fun in the league. I think you did well just showing up, considering how many people didn't show up to that draft. So I think credit is where credit is due, Lavender. So definitely shout out to you, man. And hope things are going well at Huntington, man. Hope you're having a good start to the school year, 100%.
Have to boil it. Boiling does not, dude, I can Google it too. Does boiling remove bacteria if I leave food overnight? Food safety and boiling foods kill bacteria. Why can't we infinitely boil food and keep it good forever? My mom often makes a soup, keeps it in the fridge for over 10 days. Is usually left overnight on a turned off stove or crock pot before the fridge, then boils it and eats it. She insists it's safe and has zero risk. I find it really gross because even if the bacteria are killed, they have made a lot of waste in the 10-15 days the soup sits and grows mold foul, right? She insists it's normal and I'm wrong, so can someone explain to me with a low biology knowledge if this is safe or not? Okay, same issue. You read it. Okay, motherfuckers, you're gonna have to choose at some point where you get information. Like, what are we turning into? Alex Jones? We can't use human curated answers through a forum. We can't use AI. Like, where else do you want a newspaper? What are you talking about? What do you mean? A local library. Bitch, what fucking book are you looking up? What's the Dewey Decimal System for moldy soup? Bacteria consume and produce waste. A lot of the waste cannot be neutralized by boiling. This is why we simply cannot take rotten meat or seafood.
Firestone's epic savings event is
Not commercials.
Issues are only small if you catch them early. Don't let today's
And boil it to safely consume. That is actually a fucking great point. Do you guys think you can take a moldy, stanky piece, like if you look at a piece of salmon, it's moldy as fuck. Do you think you can just throw that, boil it, and you're like, yummy, yup, yup, yup. How delicious. Call Hank Green. It's fucking pathetic, by the way. Pathetic you guys are making me do this.
Oh, God.
Hank, baby, I'm live.
I thought you might be.
First off, congrats on the app. I love it. I downloaded it.
Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks.
I got the in-app cat.
It's called Focus Friend. It's available on App Store and Android.
Number one.
To your audience.
Number one. Yeah, we're dipping our nuts on Elon.
Hank Green as an app? That's kind of cool. I'll check that out.
Anyway, I asked my clanker this question, but chat wanted me to ask you.
Okay.
If I have soup and I leave the soup out overnight, I forgot. I went to bed. Oh, fuck me. I just spent all day making this soup. This soup has got vegetables, got meat in it. And then I wake up. Why can't I simply bring that soup to a boil and eat it like it's good?
Because it's not the living bacteria that are.
So I haven't actually watched this video and heard him talk about it. So basically his girlfriend, Cutie, made a soup that was apparently amazing soup. And he apparently ate it, I loved it, and then left it out overnight, and it was like, oh, it's not good anymore, and it got thrown out. So he replicated the soup. It wasn't perfect, by the way. There's a great video on him on stream replicating the soup, but wasn't perfect. But the fact that he calls Hank Green to ask why can't he eat the soup is kind of crazy. And for those who don't know, Hank Green is that guy who made all those videos that taught you about the world and stuff like that. But yeah.
The only problem. It is also their poop and shit. So they've been in there pooping and shitting, basically.
What's wrong with eating poop and shit?
Boil.
Because he doesn't. So if you charred it, if you turned it into ash, then all those potentially dangerous toxins that the bacteria would have been producing would get broken down. But they do not get broken down by boiling them.
What about a deep freeze?
Also not going to do it. Even less good.
Well, can I just eat it? It's not even that big of a deal, right? It's only been a day.
So here's what's going to happen if you eat it. Probably, and so this is how public health works. Like 95 times out of 100, you'd probably be fine, and then 5% of the time you're
gonna die.
And some portion of those 5% of the time you'll be in the hospital. So that's why, like, basically, the chance is not super high that you'll have a super negative outcome, but the chance is high enough that you will have a super negative outcome that you really, really, really should not do it.
The risk reward just isn't there.
And it's just not there. And also, don't quote me on. And when I say don't quote me, I know that you literally are quoting me right now. It's gonna get clipped. It's gonna be put onto your fucking YouTube channel. Don't quote me on that actual 95% number. I know for a fact though that you can, that like sometimes you could do it and you'll be fine, but like sometimes you could do it and you won't.
Okay. And then let's say the soup's 2 pounds and I eat it and I'm 200 pounds. Am I 1% soup?
Oh, God.
All right. Thank you, Hank. That was all.
Okay, bye.
Have a good rest of your day, buddy. Good old Hank, baby.
That's funny.
All right. So it turns out Reddit, the Clanker, and Hank, even Clank Green and Hank Green both agree that, chat, we cannot eat the soup. We could eat it, but it's not worth it. All right? It's not worth it. All right? And I would rather me take responsibility for my actions of not putting the soup in the fridge and make a new soup. So that's what I'm going to do. Is it creamy? It's not creamy. It's a vegetable soup. It does have turkey in it, though. Make it creamy? Well, I don't think the point is that it's a creamy soup. I don't think Cutie wants it to be creamy. Will Cutie be taste testing it? Well, hopefully she'll be seasoning it because that's the only part I don't want to do. So you left out ingredients? Well, I left out like celery. I left out celery, kale, and Yukon potatoes. I feel like that's fine. Oh, sorry, russet potatoes. No, I left it out. I'm not saying I'm leaving it out of the soup. I left it out. Someone said, like, did you leave it out? Like, I left it out. It's out. It's not in the fridge. But it's not like it's not going to go bad in, like, the 2 hours it takes us to do this. And could you just eat it? Yes. But this is my girlfriend's risk to take. And as the boyfriend...
Did I hear a Twitch notification? I thought it was on my stream.
List of things Lud has stolen from QT. Stole freedom. White tick mark emoji. Stole laugh. White tick mark emoji. Stole bakery idea. White tick mark emoji. Stole coots. White tick mark emoji. Stole plat. White tick mark emoji. Stole roll. White tick mark emoji. Stole character. White tick mark emoji. Stole soup. White tick mark emoji.
I'm bringing her back the soup today.
Yup.
I'm literally giving her back the soup today, chat.
Fall is fast approaching.
Okay. Now we go back and we'll try to watch the end of streamer games really quick before this draft starts up. Let me double check the time on the draft. We don't need this one anymore. Let's see. Only a couple people in here so far. We have a few more people to get in here. And then we'll get underway here soon. 18 minutes. That should give us enough time to get pretty close to finishing streamer games. Yeah, let's go for it.
One of those referees are going to back up 5 yards every time you touch the ground. Can we back up? Imagine somebody touch. Every time someone touches the ground, it's going to back up 5 yards. You get me? Every single time. So it's really important you don't fuck up here because I promise you this is the longest section of the entire 6-event pentathlon. So it's really about good communication, good teamwork, not touching the grass, making sure everybody gets across. And then after you finish that, all 5 of you have to run to the very end, to that end zone, and the first team to cross with all 5 individuals will be the winner of Streamer Games 2025. Now, I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions, which is why we're going to a commercial break to deal with all of them. See you in a little bit for the finals. Okay. What's your question?
Smart.
So you pop. All right. So you pop the balloons. Yep. Then you gotta pass.
Smart commercial break. Here, we'll skip ahead.
I think I was only going out to the stream. This determines who is the winner beforehand. So it's half strategy,
Right, I think we're good.
half putting your best person in the best spot. Hey, competitors! Would you guys like to try to pop 1 balloon with your butts?
Yes.
All right, give me 1 person from each team. Give me 1 person from each team. Can I get Stans? Can you pull someone from them? Stansy, can you pull Emily and Vanilla's team? I'm just gonna give them a little tester. So again, it's a 6-part pentathlon. Pop the balloons with your butt. Scoot your chair across the finish line. Bring the heavy boxes over like 20 yards. Build a stream setup. Eat pie. And then play a little game of the floor is lava. The floor is lava, I'll warn you, is the absolute hardest part of this challenge. It will be the longest part of this challenge. So even if a team has a big lead, doesn't matter. Can you stand right here for me? All right. Yeah, what up?
Is this person pushing that person?
No. They are pushing themselves.
Okay.
Once you are done with your leg of the competition, guys, listen up. Once you're done with your leg of the competition, it's in your best interest to be ready at the floor as lava. Once you've handed off the baton, just go over there and wait for your pie eater to join you. All right, guys, who's going to be your butt stomper? Jack's the butt stomper. Who's your butt stomper?
We're looking at him.
Oh, damn, okay, that's kind of tough. All right, Emily, who's your butt stomper?
I heard that we could practice.
Yeah, who's your butt stomper?
Possibly me.
Okay, we're going to practice with you. You only get one practice.
Okay.
All right, and then Team Vanilla. Team Vanilla, who's stomping butts? Danny, Arky, which one of you is doing the butt? The balloons. All right, get over here then. All right, I'm gonna give them one little tester, and then we're gonna jump into it.
But I'm down forever. I don't really care.
Who's trying it out? I get one. You get one test. They're stressing out right now. They really want to win.
It's up to you.
All right, Team Jason, I need somebody. Arky, where are you going? You get one tester.
Do we have a baton at the beginning, or do we get a...
You get a baton at the very start. All right.
Dude,
E-Rubs,
they're practicing
can I
popping
get you
a balloon. Like, are they worried about being in pain? Like,
Okay,
what are they
who's gonna
worried
Emily,
about?
You ready? All right, you guys all get one chance at popping a balloon. Arky, you can go on this this chair on the far right. Just go in this chair right behind Jack. All right, you guys get one tester here. Arky, whenever you're ready, go ahead. Oh, that's not that bad. E-Rob, bounce on it, Jason. Oh,
They're
sorry.
really worried about these.
Easy enough. All right, Jack.
You hurt his butt.
All right. Emily, how is it? All right, easy enough? You guys feel how it feels? So you're going to have to do that now.
Emily
19
doing those
times in a row.
balloons. Oof.
You get it?
I
All
mean,
right, guys,
she's aggressive,
I need
but that's going to
everybody
be
from every
tough
team who's
compared to
going
the
be
other
doing
people, I
the
think.
chair race.
I'm
gonna
assuming
teach
there's like a
everyone
weight
team
thing
only.
to
Can you do
this, to popping a
All right,
balloon with
get
your
me
butt.
over here.
But I don't know. I don't think I've ever
We're
done
just
such a
gonna
challenge.
absolutely walk through. I don't want any confusion before doing it. Zero confusion whatsoever. You guys understand how it works? You are scooting back exactly. Great form. All right. That's a phenomenal form.
Dude, Ron and the FaZe crew got so much shade throughout this. It was crazy.
Yeah, you are not allowed to take the chair facing forwards like you're at a grocery store.
Hey,
Huh?
you can do what I just did, but if any of y'all go... Oh, I'm doing
Yeah,
so-
the hips
so-
up is fine.
Mark
The hips,
Turbo.
that's fine.
That's fine. What?
That's fine.
You can do that too.
Yeah. Well, hold up. Elbows have to touch the arm. Elbows down.
There you go.
You're not faster.
Who's balloon popping?
I feel like you think you look faster than you do. All right, you guys all understand your part. You're gonna have a baton. You're gonna have to, after you finish, you have to pass the baton.
Shouldn't there be 8 here? I run over, touch...
Butts on the seat, elbows
Give
on
them a
the
baton.
chair.
There's a physical baton. You have to bring it the whole way with you, Arky.
She has to keep her
Arky,
butt on
never
the
lose that
seat. Like,
baton.
Ray can't
Never
lift her
lose
butt
it.
up. He can't be doing that.
Almost done, chat. Just got a few more to go through. Are you all understanding it? We wanted to make it a little bit longer than last year's, because last year's was pretty much who's good at cornhole. And then I fucking scaled the shit out of 100 Thieves. That was awesome. Oh, it feels good to be a champion. All right, our next one. The boxes. The boxes. All right. These are my strongest competitors. My strongest. Do you guys all get it? You understand the idea? It's going to start here. You got to bring it across the cones. After you do that, you give the baton to your teammate.
I'm streaming. Hey, Nomad. I am streaming. Probably, I have another draft coming up here in a few minutes. So I'll probably be on stream for at least another hour or so.
If you drop a box, you're going to have to go back and bring it. They can't
Do you
send
have
out
your
all
draft
the
team,
boxes
like,
across.
completely done?
All right.
Like, have
all
you
boxes
already
are across.
drafted?
Make sense? Easy enough. That one's easy. And then at this point, you guys, oh, you're already here. That's perfect. You're going to yell. You're going to cheer. You're going to want your team to win.
Send it to me. Send it to me in Discord. I'll pull it up and I'll
You're the
consult
only one
before
here,
this
okay?
draft.
Beautiful.
I guess I have a question.
Brett, take it.
We can't start even opening our
Or
boxes
wait,
until
do
we
you
have
have you
our
not
Yeah,
done
so-
your draft yet?
And all boxes have crossed.
So crossed, where do the boxes need to be?
The boxes just need to cross this cone.
Oh, great.
So
Did you
they
do the
can
draft
bring the
at
boxes,
dinner? I guess is the
give
question.
you the baton, and then you can, if you want, throw down the baton. You just got to keep track of it. I'd put it in your pocket or something.
Okay.
And then you
There was just a lot of transparency baked into how you were able to sort of execute Finn. It really gave
get to work building the table.
Because I'll
Once
look at
you're
it if you're
building
done
the
with
table,
it.
The ref will give you a thumb up. Because again, there's instructions you got to follow. There's a blueprint it has to match.
Yeah, the blueprint.
Once they say, okay, you follow the blueprint, you can take that baton, give it over to Danny,
Okay.
and Danny can get to work on the pie.
Oh, I have those friends. You guys are gonna collect the boxes for me next time.
Danny, your job's twofold. You know the pie part, but after the pie, and the refs give you the okay because you've cleared the 3 stickers, you also have to run over there with your baton so your team can start. You're gonna be the last one over there, and your stomach's gonna be full.
Can I get like some granola or?
Can you get granola in addition? You just hungry? Do you not eat today? We have food.
Oh, poor guy.
Oh yeah, huh? I forgot.
Now, unfortunately, Danny, I don't want to make it harder on you,
Thank you.
but I think you get the idea. You guys all understand. All right. The biggest thing I want everyone to remember, do not lose your baton. If the baton does not go, your team does not go. And I fucked up earlier. The floor is lava will be the end of the race. So once your team has crossed the flag, it's over. And the flag might be varying lengths depending on how many infractions you guys have. All right. At this point, I think we're good.
Varying lengths based on infractions. Just have a bunch of infractions and just get to the lava, honestly.
Now, I should mention, not all teams are going to start at the same time. Because Team Emily went above and beyond through the first 2 days of this event. They will get a time advantage over all the other teams. In fact, real quick, can you pull up the standings for me?
Every point is 1 second.
That's right. I want to pull up the standings real quick.
So they
just
got an
to
extra
remember our
2
exact
seconds.
score. So
they
Team
get 6
Emily is
seconds over
sitting
Team
at-
Jason.
Is that 68 points?
6 seconds is a
My
lot.
eyes are ass. Am I old?
Team Emily and Team Jack should be in it to win it
Team
together, though.
Emily 68, Team Jack 66.
Okay, Nomad sent me his team.
Vanilla-
Oh, Nomad, you use sleepers for this draft. Hold up. He used a real draft app, everyone. This was a real place to do some drafting. Hold on, let me pull it over. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. The Nomad on his feedback draft. He didn't know anything going to this draft. It was so bad. I asked him the name of the Falcons quarterback yesterday, and he told me that Matt Ryan was still playing for them. And I had to explain to him, not only did Matt Ryan stop playing football, he also played for the Colts before he stopped playing football. By the way, I never told you the correct answer. Michael Penix is the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, with Kirk Cousins as the backup. But let's take a look at this team. I think it was like a 12-team league, maybe. Looking at it, it might be a 10-team. How many people was it in this draft, Nomad? Was it a 12, a 10, or an 8? It could be any of them for this. Looking at it. First glance, I love Taylor and Brown. That is a great running. This must be an 8-team league. It's either 8 or 10. There's no way you have this team with a 12-team league. If you have this team in a 12-team league, you had a really good draft. But Jonathan Taylor and Chase Brown, great running back 1 and 2. Honestly, Chase Brown, great receiving running back. Dude, how'd you get? Dude, this has to be an 8-team league. This has to be an 8. It's either an 8 or a 4-team league. I have no idea how this is possible. With some of the players you have. This is crazy. Taylor and Brown. I love Taylor and Brown. Like, easy peasy, like 100% great picks. Looks like you picked Jefferson first, though. And probably St. Brown in the second round is how I would say it. So I'm guessing you got Justin Jefferson into Amon-Ra St. Brown. 2 number 1 wide receivers, top of the food chain. You probably had the 4th overall pick if I had to guess. And Taylor and Brown, both really great running backs to finish that up. You didn't pick anyone? Was it, you took the random picks? Did you take the automation of the picks? How'd you not pick anyone? Anyways, Jefferson, Ross St. Brown, great picks. Taylor and Brown, great picks. Oh, wow, you took the automation. Well, yeah, it kind of worked out for you then. Ingram, I like at tight end, definitely a middle level one. T. Higgins and Isaiah Pacheco. Both of them are middle of the road for me. Higgins could get devoured by Chase and Brown. I don't like that you have Higgins and Brown on the same team. That's the one problem with the auto draft. You have two players fighting for touches on the same team. That can hurt you in fantasy quite a bit. But Isaiah Pacheco has upside. I don't know how he'll actually do in the grand scheme of things. He's going to be competing for time, and he had a really rough last half of last season. But and Mahomes, I'm not going to complain about. But overall, pretty good. Eagles defense, that's chill. Moody, I don't care. Bench, you don't need Cam Ward. Cam Ward kind of sucks. Stevenson kind of sucks. Jerry Jeudy kind of, wow, this bench sucks. You have a suspended player here in Addison. Njoku sucks. So overall, your starting team is great. But if your players start getting hurt, you're probably out of luck. This is a very impressive starting team. Your starting team has to be one of the better teams, I'm guessing, in the league. Based off of this, like I said, I'm guessing it's an 8-team league based off of what I'm seeing here. But this is a very strong starting roster. But I don't know what this computer was doing when it drafted your bench. This bench is horrifying. So yeah, just don't have any of your players get hurt, and you probably have a shot winning this league. So all in all, pretty good stuff, I would say, all things considered. So congratulations on your fantasy football draft. Hate that you auto draft, but that kind of just is what it is. So all in all, very very happy with your draft and your performance, Nomad. But we're here to get into the real deal here in just a minute. So we got our fantasy football draft coming up here. Once again, anyone who's in chat, any new subscribers, I will do a shot of Da Bomb hot sauce for the new subs. So very excited for anyone who wants to get me to do some Da Bomb hot sauce. I also got some really nice Cuban bread here from Publix this time, so I would love to eat some more of this Cuban bread. So if anyone has any new subs or Twitch Primes to drop, check that little sub button in the bottom right-hand corner, and that will tell you if you have a Twitch Prime sub to give. Otherwise, if you just donate a measly $6, I get half of the profit on that. Helps me continue streaming, helps me continue doing what I'm doing, helps me do what I'm passionate about, which is being able to do stuff in gaming. My full-time job is gaming. My pastimes are mostly gaming. This is what I love to do, so absolutely appreciate any subs there. Bottom right corner, like I said. But we're going to be headed into this draft super shortly here. We're going to take one more ad break. I'm going to keep watching what we're doing in streamer games, and then we will jump into the draft and probably finish streamer games while we are doing the draft. So we're going to go to one more quick ad break, but we are about to get started here with the actual draft.
63 and Team Jason 62.
It's 6 seconds between first and fourth team to go.
But there's
And
also
there'll
a
be
2-second.
a 2-second gap, a 1-second
So
gap.
we'll need a ref.
Yep, to time when they
to
go.
hold 2 seconds.
Correct.
So we need a Jason ref, we need a vanilla ref, and we need a Jack ref.
We need one stopwatch.
All right. I mean, I'll just run it.
Mikey's gonna do it.
Who doing it?
Mikey's gonna do it.
Are they going? They're going this way.
Yeah, he's gonna release
I didn't know
them.
they were going this way.
Yeah. Well, because they have to get to
That
the
makes
chairs.
way more sense.
Yeah.
All right. And what positions are they?
Emily
has a 2-second lead on Jack, has a 3-second lead on Vanilla, has a 1-second lead on Jason.
Oh, so they would just need to switch.
Yeah.
Or just yell their name.
All right.
I'm gonna yell the name.
That sounds good. So you gotta wait until you're told to go.
Yeah, you have to wait till you hear your name to go. It'll be
like Emily, Vanilla.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what's the lead one more time?
Emily.
Emily goes first.
2 seconds later,
2
Jack
seconds
goes.
fast, Jack goes.
3 seconds later, Vanilla goes.
3 seconds after that 2 seconds. So 5 seconds after the start, Vanilla goes. You have to wait 5 total seconds.
6 seconds
And then
after
6 total seconds is E-Raw for Team Jason. All right. I mean, Chad, I think we're ready to go. Let's find out. Give it up. And I want to hear one more time. Give it up if you want Team Emily to win. Give it up if you want Team Jack to take it.
What? Yeah, let's go, Team Jack. Yes.
Remember, no hands on the balloons. Use your
All
butt.
right, I want to hear it if you want Team Jason to win. And finally, the comeback kings. Give it up if you want Team Vanilla to pull off a miracle.
It would be pretty wild if Team Vanilla won after Vanilla wasn't here.
All right, let's go around. Hey, Pie Eaters, are you ready? Pie Eaters, you ready? All right. Hey, our table makers.
Suspense. Watch this. I'm going to put this whole thing in suspense right now. While I set up this draft board really quick. So I'm going to put this over here. I'll put this over here. Put that into that view. Okay, so let me run through this draft with you really quick. So this is Andrew Marshall. I used to do the podcast with him, QU Hot Takes, for anyone who ever watched that. This right here, Lamb Bam, it's Dylan Kloiber, another pretty guy that enjoys fantasy. So, guy I met during orientation during the later years, but absolutely beautiful man. Josh, absolutely stellar dude all around, inside and out. Pretty good fantasy guy, Patriots fan, gross. Eric Kerr, like I said, he's probably doing a YouTube video on this. He does a lot of stuff in broadcasts and stuff like that, so he does a lot of awesome things. Myself, I'm fantastic. Mark Lucevero, dude, he's a baller. He's a really good basketball player, but he does a lot in the world as well, job-wise. Mayhem. Oh, Max. Max is new to the league this season. 1 minute draft time. Oof. Kev, I did the podcast with him as well. Livy, she's the person I was talking about who's going to be at the UGA game most likely. Miss her, love her, can't wait to see her. Chris Longchamp, absolutely stellar dude. And then Yasmin as well. Absolute baller inside and out. She does a ton of amazing things. And I think we're missing one more. I don't remember who has pick number 12. Who has pick number 12? Oh, Andrew White himself. Absolute goner, in my opinion. Absolute goner. We'll knock him out of the park. But we start with Andrew Marshall, who does seem to be auto-drafting to start this season. I don't think I've heard from Marshall in a while. Oh, it did take a player, so obviously he did pick. Pick history seems to be moving pretty fast. We see Chase and Bijan, the classic first two. We're going to wait till my first pick till we kind of settle into this draft. This draft should be a bit more entertaining, I think. Saquon at number 3. That seems about right to me. This is where, it gets down to who's it going to be. Who did he just take? He took Jahmyr Gibbs. Wow. That gives me Jefferson or McCaffrey at number 5, most likely. Wow. I did not expect to be in this good of a situation, actually. Yeah, that's going to be a Justin Jefferson for me every day of the week at that point. Marshall, you're hearing from me now, dog. I love that, Marshall. I love that, Marshall. You just sent me a text like immediately after. You're hearing from me now, dog. That's great. But pick history, all in all, CeeDee Lamb, McCaffrey, good pick at number 7. Overall, pretty standard up first round here. But I'll kind of click into this while we're waiting a bit. Puka,
Nope,
that's
no.
fair.
They're getting there. All right, are you ready, my stream setup makers? Okay, my box lifters, you ready?
Livy Lou's probably like, what do I do right now? She does great every year, but she's always like, what do I do? But she knows what she's doing entirely. Amon-Ra, great pick there. I'll take it. That's another enjoyable one. Makes a lot of sense to me.
Michael, I'm going to let you guys take the start. You can stick with them. I'm going to go over here and watch it.
So, yeah, so they all go in a different order for this one.
No idea how to code or where
Gene
to start.
T, decent pick.
Check out base.
All right.
Lud, you ready?
I'm good whenever you call it. You call it. Start of our competition.
2, 1.
Give me that one shot. Give me that shot. Give me that shot. Please switch
Go.
a shot.
Jack.
There we go. We got extra Emily popping the
Jack's
balls.
catching up.
Had a 2-second late start. E-Rob has to wait. This is the advantage Emily.
E-Rob's going slow, man. Oh, Malik Neighbors at 11. Seems about right.
Emily first to finish. Not only did she have a 6-second lead, she's also racing out of her mind. Timmy is off to the races.
Oh, it's Timmy's going nuts right now.
Big lead for Team Emily. Let's see if our chair draggers can pick up the speed. Timmy about to cross. First across, he's got to run down now. He's got to run down. Look at that speed.
Passes off. Now he's got the big boxes.
going for a strategy. He's thought about how he wants to bring these boxes over. He's going 2 at a time. Next up, KDB. Second place is currently Team Vanilla.
Dropped a
First
box.
place is Team Emily.
Dude, Andrew White taking his time to the last second.
A big mistake by Sam Bucha.
Finally picked one. Nico Collins, okay.
Jason, third place. Slimesicle doing all boxes at once. He drops one. He drops two. Sam's done. Yugi's done.
This is actually really close all of a sudden.
Team Vanilla is now in first. Team Vanilla in first place.
And we're going to pause right there. Surprise, I got another pick coming up soon. So Brian Thomas Jr., Jonathan Taylor, Josh Allen, man, in the second round. Crazy. Okay, what's that kind of leave us at? I don't love A-Chain right now. Injury risk. AJ Brown, I'm not a huge fan of. London, I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, this is where the draft gets kind of weird. This is right around that point where you start going, I don't really like many players. How devious do I want to get from the board right now? Is really what you have to ask yourself. Why are my rankings not coming up? Where does it go? Oh, there it is. See, my rankings weren't coming up on the side for me. Olivia using all of that time. We'll see what Olivia comes up with here. Man, I don't know what I'm going to do with this pick, man. This is a very interesting spot. There's quite a few good players on the board, but it's just a matter of how I want to approach this draft. I have wide receiver as my first pick. What'd she end up going with? She ended up going with A-Chain. Yeah, I don't like that pick. A-Chain's just such an injury risk this season. I just don't know what to expect. He's supposed to be healthy week 1. That's what everyone is saying. But it's very nerve-wracking to have someone with that kind of injury risk right now before the season even starts, especially the injury he has. Such a risk of getting worse as time goes on and being something that maybe this guy just doesn't recover from at all. So I completely understand like the struggles that might come up with that pick. But Kev Slats on the board. Like I said, he's another guy who did the KU Hot Takes podcast with me back in the day. We'll see how he performs here. But it's going to be a bit of a tough pick here. Like I said, the board here is when it starts getting a bit shaky. It's not chalk anymore once you get to this point. Does make a pick there. What do you end up taking? He did end up taking Drake London. I don't mind that pick. A lot of people say that he has high upside. I'm not a big Drake London guy personally. But AJ Brown next on the board right now. As much as I love AJ Brown as a player for the Eagles, I don't know if I love him with the pick. But it is going to be some continuous chalk there. I think that actually was a AJ Brown pick. So now I'm looking at a very interesting one. I feel like Brock Bowers is the pick here. I see Henry further down the board. McBride, I like McBride. I like Brown. I like a lot of the players on these boards. But, man, the upside you get with Brock Bowers is pretty high. Oof. Yeah, I think I gotta take Brock Bowers here, man. I'll take the tight end risk and see how it goes. But yeah, give me some Brock Bowers. Absolutely love it, man. And then we can keep it with that pick history a bit more here because I'm gonna wrap around and have a pick again, relatively quick, not super quick, but Derrick Henry next.
Comeback by Yugi. Big comeback by KDB.
Yeah, they all made a comeback.
Now up to Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella is gonna have to build the desk faster than everybody else. Go over to the... All right, Sakura now working. The final team to cross was Team Jason.
Wow. Behind all season long, now back with a chance to win it all. McBride, Brown, yeah, those picks make sense.
We got 3 legs on for Cutie. Mr. Arthur not too far behind. So far, we got Mr. Arthur in first.
Dude, did Sambucha build that desk that fast? Holy cow!
All right, Cutie has flipped the table. Now they have to place the objects in the right spot. We got a monitor down for Arthur. We got the PC down for Cutie. Cutie looking for her final objects.
Wait, they had like a whole PC setup? That's hilarious. I love that.
The fans are yelling. Cutie has a keyboard.
I got another pick coming up, so we're going to pause here, build up the continuous suspense a bit more. Okay, let's see, man. I don't know. There's a lot of wide receivers out there. The top quarterbacks are on the board. Running backs are beginning to get a bit slim. Do I need a running back that badly right now? I guess is the question you have to ask. How badly do I need a running back? I mean, I kind of need one to make it by, I feel like. But, man, there's just not great pickings right now. Some people definitely reached on running backs a bit to be able just to get the running backs they want, and I appreciate those picks a lot right now because those picks are what's going to put me in a bit of trouble here as I try to figure out what I want to do with this pick. I mean, Hampton's over there, man, right now. Kyron Williams is out there right now. Oh wait, Kyron Williams just got taken. Man, they're really reaching for these running backs. Everyone really desperate to get their hands on the guys they want. Man, this is an aggressive draft for running backs right now. The question is, do I agree with the aggressive drive or do I kind of go against the curve right now? Man, this is not a big team. Yeah, it's a tough draft class right now to kind of figure out what I want to do with this pick. First quarterback, no, Josh Allen was taken. There's still some really strong quarterback list. I think we're going to get on a quarterback run relatively soon here. But man, there's some good running backs down there. Lad's taken. I think that's the guy I wanted. That puts me in position. I see Devontae Adams on the board. Lamar Jackson just gets taken right after that. So Lad was really the guy I want. I see Higgins and Adams right now. Oh man, I like Adams, but I don't know if I like Adams that much. I mean, James Cook's on there, but bit down my list. Daniels is a great quarterback. It's in an interesting spot in this draft. I just don't think I can. Man, I read a lot of things about Omarion Hampton. I just get told over and over again that I should be taking Hampton. I just don't believe in that other dude. Man, this is tough. I think you take Omarion Hampton and go with it to make sure you get an okay running back. I'll take Omarion Hampton. I'll take a risk. We're here to have fun. We're here to try to win. Man, that's a tough pick there. We'll see how that pans out for us in this draft. But I really felt like that running back slide was coming quick. And I know in my family league, I got beat by that slide. So I think taking a running back here might have been necessary. I hear that Hampton was undervalued in these leagues, in the Yahoo leagues. So I got text. Okay, sorry. I had a text from my girlfriend. Had to check that really quick, make sure everything's all good. Let's see. So I got Hampton, Jack Smith and Jigma, Jaden Daniels was the other guy I was looking at, Higgins, Adams was the other guy I was looking at too. So yeah, most of those picks make a lot of sense.
Mr. Arthur is one item away. Judy has finished. Pass the baton. She needs to pass the baton.
He didn't do it right.
She's good.
Oh, it's flipped. It was facing the other way.
First place right now is Team
So that's to
Vanilla.
clean up those.
Second place is Team Arthur. We got Danny Bands going crazy.
Marin Hertz go.
Danny,
Oof.
gobbling up the pie. All three
Does he
stickers
see them
in the
yet?
show.
No one else is. Oh, wait,
We got
yeah.
Sakura, who's lost, looking for her final
Emily's
objects.
team is there.
Aim in the same boat. We have a big lead for Team Vanilla and Team Emily. Again, it's a long contest. Anyone can win. You are good. You are good. Go on. Go on. Team Vanilla moves on. Mari has to clean it up. Mari, that bottom right, Mari. Mari, you are good. You go. All right. We are still waiting for Team Jason.
James Cook, that makes sense.
Now we can take a look. Let's catch up with Team Vanilla, who have already started the Floor is Lava Challenge. They have 5 members of their team, but only 4 mats they're allowed to step on. Every time they step on the grass, a ref will see it and pull them back 5 yards. It is a race between 2 right now. It's either Team Emily or Team Vanilla who are going to win this contest.
Dude, the whole jumping tactic is so scary. Oh, guess what? We're going to do another pause. My draft pick's coming up again. Let's take a look right now. Terry probably won't be there. There's a good running back opportunity here, and then wide receivers. Man, I think this draft's messed up that I got Omari in Hampton. I'm not a huge fan of him, honestly. I don't even know where he ranks. Honestly, in the draft board, I have no clue. Where do they say he ranks? Out of curiosity. Ah! Where's just the top players? Yeah, show me the PPR top 300. Oh, wow. Where did they have him? I mean, they had him as running back 14, 37. I mean, I took him out right around the right spot. I mean, there were some other people that I could have taken, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm upset I didn't get a good quarterback either. That's kind of tough. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should have taken Daniels. Hard to say. But overall, we're hanging in there. We're trying to figure this out. We're trying to figure out what's going to happen next. Metcalf goes. Hubbard goes. Yeah, the draft board should be a bit interesting at this point as we come into these next few picks. Because I'm not sure what I want to do here. I mean, if I look at quarterback, I mean, there's Burrow, Mahomes, Mayfield, Nix. There's a pretty okay amount of quarterbacks out there still. There's an okay amount of there's running backs out there at this point. Wide receivers, I'm also kind of in the middle roads on right now. And I don't really need a tight end, but tight end's okay. Yeah. This is a double flex league. So it's something important to keep in mind that I wasn't really thinking about at first. Sorry, texting my girlfriend again. We're working on moving in the next few weeks, so just trying to figure that out. Mike Evans, James Conner, Kenneth Walker. This is interesting. Terry McLaurin still on the board. Just signed his contract today. Who did they just take? Travion Henderson. Terry McLaurin. I like. Joe Burrow, I like. There's more good quarterbacks out there, Justin. Running backs, I hate all of you, honestly, so maybe not. Wide receiver. Oof. Man, tough pick here. Yeah, man, I don't know. Wide receiver gets kind of weird after this pick. It does become a bit more of a guessing game. So, give me... I really think Terry's the guy I want. Isn't he? I'm looking at who comes after Terry McLaurin on my draft board. Oh, Hampton's way down here. Yeah, give me Terry McLaurin. Let's go for it. Scary Terry it is.
In this final stretch, Team Vanilla has a very safe strategy here. Team Emily is getting a bit riskier. 2 yards back. Infraction for Team Emily, and we see they're going with a piggyback strategy. They are
wow,
faster,
piggyback
they are
strategy.
riskier. This might hurt them in the long run. This piggyback strategy, though, I have never thought to do this. Team Vanilla is
that is a great
falling
idea. That's
behind.
wild.
Figure something out.
That is
Team Emily is
insane.
the Streamer Games 2025 champions. Team Emily only 10 yards away from first place. They have one infraction under their belt. They're still pulling through.
Oh, who fell?
You know, when you're in that kind of pain, everything else in your life takes a back seat. I remember how
Take a
scared
look
my
at that
wife
pick
was
history.
because we had to get rescue medication.
I took Terry, Marvin
because of
Harrison,
the
Brees Hall.
seriousness
Yep,
and
there's a
chance
few.
for
There's a few
overdose.
bad picks happening now. Bad picks. All three of those bad picks.
You get access to over 1 million quality.
This is when you find out if you how much ball people know.
Team Jack, but it won't matter. The real two that we're looking at right now is Team Emily. Team Emily just need to finish the job. They're about 7 yards away from winning this entire event. It would be an infraction. All right. They're only 1 or 2 jumps away from finishing. All 5 members have to pass for them to qualify. Team Emily. Team Emily wins!
Wow. They were behind going into that final challenge too.
You're good. Come across, come across, come across, come across. Team Vanilla, second place. Infraction, infraction. These last 2 teams are battling for third.
Well, yeah, whoever gets third place trophy.
All right. Infraction from Team Jason. They got to back up now. This is a nail-bite finish. Team Jack doesn't really have the best drops of all of their mats. You guys have to pass the final competitor. Hold up, infraction for Team Jack. Infraction, you got to back up. Everyone back up, back up. All you have to do is cross the final competitor. You can jump.
They're really racing for that last spot.
You can.
We're gonna take a pause for a second. Oh, he fell off. Wait, let's see. So Laporta goes, Burrow goes. Ooh, Burrow going kind of sucks for me. That's gonna make it tough. What do I do at quarterback now, man? I mean, Mahomes is out there, Nix is out there. Still use another running back. I still use another wide receiver. Man, tough spot. What pick are we at? We're at that pick right now. At this point in the draft, if I look at all positions, there's like 1 million wide receivers there. Someone just take Cortland Sutton? Wow, someone just took Cortland Sutton. What a baller move. Man, DJ Moore, Rasheed Rice, Zay Flowers. Calvin Ridley's not bad. Jameson Williams isn't bad. Dude. Yeah, I mean, it's Ridley, Williams. At this point, I mean, QBs start kind of dissipating from the board a bit. I mean, where's Pollard in my board right now? I know my board's on the side. Pollard right now. Ooh, tough. And then there's that too. Very interesting pick here. I come down to relying a bit on my prowess here. Oh man, tough pick. Really tough pick. And I think I just gotta make sure I get my second running back. So yeah, give me. It's kind of safe, but give me Pollard at this point. Yeah, I need the second running back. Kind of sucks, but I need it.
Jump past him, Lacey. Ron, you can jump past. You can jump past. Team Jack gets third place. Team Jason will be our fourth place finishers.
We have a mouse. It was under the beans. Wow. The mouse was there. To be clear.
All right, hold up. Can I get a cameraman with me? Big drama at the end there. Chaos. Give it up for Team Emily.
But man, tough middle of this draft now. I kind of forced myself into Pollard.
Now, there was a concern. Audience, you guys were up here close. Team Jason said they didn't have a mouse. Is that true? Where was the mouse? They had a mouse under the box the entire time, so they didn't get scammed. They choked. Just want to clarify that we didn't fuck it all up. Apparently, it was under the peanuts. The packing peanuts covered it. God damn! One more round of applause for all the
That's tough. Sakura was really looking for that for a long time.
All right, let's start with fourth place. Team Jason. Can we give it up one more time for Team Jason? You guys came really close at the end. The mouse got the better of you, was hidden under the packing peanuts. How do you feel about the performance, Jason? Are you happy with how your team did today, this weekend?
Listen, what did you rate us to be placed at?
I gotta say right now, I'm sorry. Because I said you guys would get dead last, and it turns out you guys are a top 4 team. One more round of applause for that.
I'm gonna be honest, that doesn't sound good. Top 4, but hey, listen, have fun.
Zay Flowers, Worthy, going next to each other makes sense. Hawkinson, yeah. Yeah, this is kind of the struggle I get with drafting Brock Bowers, is that I'm just going to struggle for the rest of this draft. I'm going to have to work for it, kind of.
It was a great time, man. We had a lot of fun. Won in that first place, but sometimes you can't always get what you want in life.
Would you run it back next year to try to get first again?
Let's do it.
All right, one more shout out to them.
Jason sounded so put together. Like, that dude's cool, man. I don't understand it. Jason the Weed just has it, man. I don't know what he has, but he has it.
You guys had a bit of a comeback there to get third place. You all leaped through at the very end. I mean, how high were the heart rates? How hard was that final challenge? Jack, you want to take it?
That was way tougher than it looked.
What was the hardest part? I mean, you guys all did different parts of it, but...
I think you had pretty hard.
Oh my god, sorry.
Oh.
I got so distracted.
I forgot. Check it out. We got our third
The little
place
cubes.
trophies. Congratulations, Abe. Congratulations, Jack.
Jalen Waddle, bad pick.
Oh, we only have 5. Oh, shit, we have 6 of you.
You deserve it, you deserve it.
We'll make a new one for Foolish.
4 reasons why Green Chef makes eating clean
Calvin
easy
Ridley.
for me. 1. My meals support my evolved.
All right. Any final thoughts here, Jack? Anything you want to say? Shout out?
I think this is an incredibly well-run event. Shout out to you. You're on your feet all day, talking all day. You wrangled so many streamers. Really hard thing to do.
McMillan, good pick.
Shout out to Ludwig.
Good for Jack for coming out all this way.
All right, let's move over to our second place team. Give it up for Team Vanilla. Flip the other side. We want the sun. And we got, wait, is this Vanilla on?
We got Vanilla on the call.
Vanilla, are you, hello, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I've been watching the whole thing.
Are you proud of your team?
I'm so proud of my team. I cannot believe that we went.
Okay, we're coming up soon. So Mahomes, Montgomery, Ingram. This is getting interesting. Dude. There's some interesting running backs on this board still. Oh, did someone just take Bo Nix? Oh, he just took Bo Nix. That sucks for me. I just might be a quarterback hater the rest of the way. I literally just might be a quarterback hater now. I might just wait longer. That was the one guy I was thinking about getting was Nix. So losing him's kind of tough. But it's a double flex league. We need some more flex players. On a week-to-week basis, who's going to do it for me? Who is going to make this happen for me on a week-to-week basis? Let's see. Jerry Jeudy goes. Isaiah Pacheco goes. Man, that makes me think Jameson Williams is the guy. Running backs, I don't hate any of those guys, but I don't love any of them either. Quarterbacks, I just don't see anything that appealing to me. Jameson Williams, I like a lot. It looks like he just has such good upside on a week-to-week basis. I don't see a tight end that I want a double tight end. Yeah, let's go Jameson Williams. I think it's the right pick here. I think that is the dude to have at this point in the draft. So yeah, give me Jameson Williams. RJ Harvey goes shortly after that. I get that. Oh man. This is a tough draft, man. Jameson Williams, though, at that pick value, I can't be mad. I mean, I had him valued similar to like Worthy and Flowers. I'd like to be able to get him there. I'm not too mad. There's a pretty large wide receiver run. He's probably the last with the good wide receivers, in my opinion. And most of these other guys are flyers at this point. Let's see. I'm coming up again in a few picks here. Let's look at that pick. I mean, oof, all positions. Yeah, it's a tough next pick here. I have an idea of what I would do, but hard to say. Um, tough pick. There goes Myers. It's like I want to build depth, be a running back, but wide receiver is probably the better upside play just because we're looking at a flex, another flex position right now. So that makes it a bit tougher. Man, what a draft. These guys are really having good drafts. Aaron Jones, I like that pick. At that point, that's a good pick there. It really is going all over the place. I mean, look at that wide receiver round that happened in round 5. I mean, I took a running back in a wide receiver curve. Oh, man. So Jones goes, Olave and Pickens. So I don't mind either of those. Those guys are going to suck this year, I think. Man, I don't know, man. I don't mind Baker. Hunter is always interesting. Problem is he's not going to play every snap. Corey's interesting story. There's a lot of interesting players here. I mean, I gotta think about like long term. I mean, there's just not a lot left at the running back position. There isn't a lot left at the wide receiver position either, but I feel like there might be more at the wide receiver position right now. There goes Ja'Cory Merritt, so that's gonna make this a bit tougher. So Ja'Cory Kroski, Merritt gone, and Golden gone. That's going to make this very complicated, because right now I don't even know if there's a running back worth taking. Yeah, it's not even like a sleeper running back worth taking at this very moment. That basically is going to seal my fate taking a wide receiver. Man, there's a lot of interesting wide receivers on the board right now. Like I said, I'm not worried about quarterback at this point. We'll figure it out. Man. Interesting draft fall. I mean, tight end wise, there's a few interesting tight ends here. I mean, Travis Kelce is definitely an interesting tight end. But man, I don't know. I guess you give Travis Hunter a try and see what happens at this point. It's weird that it says he's cornerback when there's no defensive players. I'll take Travis Hunter though. We'll see how it goes. We'll play it out. It'll be interesting. 2 8-round bot, 2 8-week bot, 3 8-week buys. That's not gonna be great for me when we get there, but take Travis Hunter, see how it goes. Another boomer bust kind of guy. There's a lot of boomer bust on this team. So we'll see how we kind of thrive with that. But man, yeah, I think the other guy I was looking at was Kroski Merritt, but with him gone, I'm gonna let the running back pool kind of dwindle at this point and kind of pray that Omari and Hampton actually does work out. But that'll be tough.
Give it up for Vanilla, everybody! You guys went from 7th to 2nd. We got a trophy here waiting for you. Who would you crown the MVP of your team?
Honestly, I'm going to have to give it to KDB.
KDB!
KDB!
They're saying you're the MVP of the team.
I appreciate that, thank you. I mean, we all are. We all showed up big.
You guys had a phenomenal performance all around. I want to give a big shout out. Let's go down the line. Let's give it up for Danny B.
Tough picks, man. Tough picks. Stephon Diggs. Yeah, Kelsey. That makes sense at this point.
Only person to raise $10,000 for charity this
I get it.
Did it in one fell swoop. Give it up for Cutie Cinderella. Woo! Breathtaking. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Was a little sad when she kissed Cinna.
Not Emily?
Big
That's
round
funny.
of applause for the fill-in today. Came in very clutch. Won
Cup and
his
Pittman.
own event, the tablecloth poll. Give it up for Yugi.
Yeah, Yugi clutched up for that team.
People are calling you the soul of the team. I need a big round of applause for Arky over here. And then finally, Team Vanilla's MVP, KDB.
KDB was crazy this stream.
Thank you all for
Fantastic.
participating. I appreciate it. And let's go to our first place team. Where are they? Hey, give it up for Team Extra Emily!
Emily winning's crazy. But she did draft like wild.
You drafted a team that was very strong. You had a goal of winning this event. You had a lot of emotions on your face yesterday because you thought that you might not win because of your own performance. Yet you get to stand here
Caleb Johnson, interesting pick.
holding first place. Congratulations. Emily, any thoughts you want to say?
I want to give a shout out to Lud for hosting this great event. It's so fun and always a highlight every year. A huge shout out to my teammates. I couldn't do it without them. They absolutely
Oh. Andrew White thinks very long about his pick, so we'll see what he goes with here.
and it was just a really fun time. So a lot of emotions, a lot of highs. Thank you, thank you. Yippee.
All right. Well, I'm going to go around. Let's get a big round of applause for Mari. Let's keep it rolling. Big round of applause for It's Timmy.
Dude, it was just taken. He took something like down the draft board. Amika Egbuka. Yeah, understandable. I was thinking about that.
And I got one more award to give. They were voted MVP of the entire event. This is a genuine tungsten cube, and it goes to Sam Bucha. Give it up for Sam!
He has been great 2 years in a row.
Gonna kill somebody. I want to give a big thank you to
That's funny.
AT&T, keeping me connected.
Sam
with my
Bucha's
friends,
awesome, dude.
family, all of you guys, big shout out to you.
Like Buka and Eckler.
They
Those
make
are two
events
pretty good
like
picks.
this possible, and we have many more events like this coming. Big thank you to Red Bull for making this
I
event
approve
come
of that.
to life.
Nice picks, Whitey.
I want to thank the entire production team who worked on this. Can we get a big applause? Keep it going for Mogul Moves. I want to keep it going for Thunder Studio. I want to keep it going for my referee and games team. And our head referee,
Dude, what do I do
and our
here?
head games master, some call him the game master, Michael.
There's some
Thank
not
you,
great
everybody,
picks
for
left,
coming in
man.
person. Shout out to you.
Question is, do I take Mixon and Prey or
If you guys-
Dobbins and
what the hell
Prey?
is my
Or
hair? I'm putting that back on.
good there's a lot of wide receivers out there that are interesting.
If you guys stick around, I'm going to try to get a picture with all of you after this if you want. Shout out to everybody.
Man, I feel like a lot of the wide receivers that were even down the board
Thank
are
you very much.
gone.
Your Games 2025 has
Like
been a
Parasol
blast.
was just taken. Like
Went
that's a
off
great
without
pick.
Too many problems. Maybe good enough to run it back next year.
Everybody, give it up for Ludwig!
Oh,
One final exclamation point, AT&T in chat if you guys want to win free Mogul Moves merch. Couldn't run these events without them. And of course, one final thank you to Red Bull for helping me run events at the scale of streamer games.
that's so
That's
cute,
it for us
actually.
this year.
I want to watch that
Alright,
again.
I want to give a big thank you to AT&T, keeping me connected, for my friends, family, all of you guys. Big shout out to you. They make events like this possible, and we have many more events like this coming. Big thank you to Red Bull for making this event come to life. I want to thank the entire production team who worked on this. Can we get a big applause?
I'm gonna pause that for a second because I gotta make a pick here in a sec. Man, this is a tough pick. Not a lot of great options left. I mean, I could take Addison and hope that he comes back all good in a few weeks. But man, I'd be mixing that with Jefferson then too. Like, you don't really want to do that. I look down the board. I don't see anything too pretty, honestly. Let me extend this out for a second. Is there anything further down the board that I'm not seeing? No, that's pretty bad. Running back, pretty bad. Quarterback, I really couldn't care less. Man, at this point, there's a world Dobbins is running back 1 this season. I mean, I could use the running back depth. And there really is a world where Dobbins is running back 1. That's kind of the belief I have to have here. So yeah, give me Dobbins. Let's see how it goes. At this point, I don't really know what to do otherwise there. I mean, I don't even know where I have Dobbins on this board right now. Was he higher up than I thought? Oh, I actually took him off my board. I said do not draft, but we drafted him. It's okay. Yeah, it's gonna make it pretty tough here on the back end. I don't even know what I will do from here, honestly. I mean, it's not like tight end gets super crazy at this point or anything like that. Wide receiver. I guess there's, Addison upside, kinda, I guess. Not significantly a large amount. Yeah, it's a lot of, it's becoming a guessing game at this point. It becomes a guessing game pretty soon of who do I think could be good at football, not necessarily who is good at football. So, very interesting. See how this draft is kind of falling. I mean, how many people don't have quarterbacks? There must be a lot of people that don't have quarterbacks right now. Let's see. I mean, pink is somebody with a quarterback. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 people who don't have a quarterback right now. Yeah, I mean, you kind of miss out on the quarterbacks and kind of just say, whatever, I'm just going to move on with my day. Man, I really wish there was more value to be had here. Oof. This is going to be a tough season, man. I don't like this draft at all right now. I don't even know where I go from here. Seriously? I like that dude's speed, but I'm just not sure about it. I mean, Josh Downs has good speed, I guess. Kind of picking up on the back end of last season. He just doesn't have a great quarterback room to work with. Deion Coleman into Tyler Warren. I mean, man. They really taken every good player that's left on this board is quickly disappearing. There's some value to be had in these later rounds, but it's definitely going to be tough. I think I have an idea of what I would like to see. But I don't know, man. We'll see if it's there in a second here. Javonte Williams gone. Yep, that was who I wanted to get. I wanted Mark Andrews so bad. That is a tough pick to not be able to have on. Oh, man. I mean, that leaves a lot of tough players to stare at. Lots of, like, difficult running back room. I don't know, man. I look at Jaden Reed right now. I really think to myself, man, dude could be the wide receiver 1 for that team still this season. Did not have a great last season, but man, with Golden there, maybe Reed's given more open looks. And that's what we gotta hope for at this point. So yeah, give me Jaden Reed. Let's see how it goes. We'll see if Jaden Reed can be a helper here for the team this year. I feel like I pick Jaden Reed in this league specifically every year, but we'll see if that helps.
Keep it going for Mogul Moves. I want to keep it going for Thunder Studio. I want to keep it going for my referee and games team. And our head referee stands. And our head games master, some call him the game master, Michael. Thank you, everybody, for coming in person. Shout out to you. If you guys, what the hell is my hair? I'm putting that back on. If you guys stick around, I'm going to try to get a picture with all of you after this if you want. Shout out to everybody watching at home. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Streamer Games 2025 has been a blast. Went off without too many problems. Maybe good enough to run it back next year.
Everybody, give it up for Ludwig!
It is super cute.
One final exclamation point, AT&T in chat if you guys want to win free Mogul Moves merch. Couldn't run these events without them. And of course, one final thank you to Red Bull for helping me run events at the scale of Streamer Games. That's it for us this year. All right, goodbye. See you later. Goodbye now. See you. That's it. Goodbye.
Well, I'm double checking some dimensions for my
All right, see you later.
partner. Sorry, we have to keep looking back at helping figuring out some home issues. But let's see, Jaden Reed, Hopkins, Caleb Williams, Allen. I like Shahid's upside. Sorry, we have to keep looking back at. Head toward the back end of this draft now. Wilson Loveland, Brock Purdy. Man, this draft's getting weird on the back end. Dude, what an awesome streamer games though. What an awesome event. Let's see. Whitey taking his time again. Takes Kyler Murray. Quarterbacks flying off the board all of a sudden? Oh, Caleb Williams, Brock Purdy, and Kyler Murray all went now. It's okay. We don't need a quarterback. We'll figure it out on our own. We're big boys. Cam Scatterborough. Okay. This dude loves his college football. Seems like people are thinking a lot at this point in the draft. Are they all siding the camera lens? What it looks like. Look at them already doing tear down. Cool view. They're also like, we're not gonna say the name of the high school, but it's literally on the end zone. So that's really funny.
I'm an AI, but I'm here to talk apps. Real apps you can build.
That's an AI? I don't like that. Okay, we gotta find something else to react to before it's over. Do. Aiden's not leaving. That's just talking about him moving. Okay, wait, we're coming up with my pick here, actually. So let's see. Who else is flying off the board right now? Judkins, Bigsby. Let's look at the all available right now. I see Mooney, Downs, Etienne, Mason. Dude, draft board is getting empty right now. Absolutely demolished draft board. Very ugly. Man. QB's up top of the board. Maybe it's time to take one. I mean, what are we looking at the pick history at this point? I mean, Kraft, Rashad White. And then Jordan Mason. Yeah, I think it's time to take Dak here. I look down the board. Nothing too great. Yeah, I think you take Dak Prescott here. I mean, Dak's playing for a team that really doesn't have a quarterback. You know, you gotta believe he's gonna come to life. Do we have any notifications from Hinge? I haven't been on Hinge in years. It's so weird. Why would I be getting notifications from Hinge at this point? Jordan Mailata and Landon Dickerson take the friend quiz. Let's do that. Do I take Dak?
The Lumify effect. One drop dramatically reduces redness for brighter,
Okay,
whiter
I'm about to
looking
pick
eyes that make you go.
again. Let's see. And we're about to take the friendship test. How cute. Okay, let's see. I have a leaning player right now in my mind. I do have a leaning player in my mind right now. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Braylon Allen here. There's a lot of upside in him. I'm not a big Brees Hall believer. I got to believe that Braylon Hall is going to make it happen. So yeah, give me Braylon Hall.
Fellas,
Landon doesn't know what we are doing.
Kaiji, I'm Jordan Malora.
And I'm Landon Dickerson, and we're about to take the friendship test.
Oh, you said kangaroo over there?
Oh.
How do you think you're going to do on this test?
Yeah, I was gonna write bad.
Who does Coach Sirianni like more?
Yeah.
Hey! Which of you is more likely to false start?
Oh, you're what a question.
That's got to be worth 2 points. That's got to be 2. Who has the deadlier farts?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Those protein shakes, man. If you know, you know. Which of you would be the better quarterback? What kind of quarterback are we talking?
Ferguson's a good pick. Blue, I have no clue. McCarthy's a good pick.
You already know what time it is. Yes! Yes!
Jordan has the athleticism.
Yep.
Play as quarterback from his rugby background and his unique ability to do the little flippy ball throw thing.
I do not have the IQ that this man possesses.
We're really run through quick. Cedric Tillman.
If Jordan were forced
Cedric
to choose,
Tillman. Wow. I haven't heard
It'd
that
be
name
USA
in a
or
draft board.
Australia.
Oh, you already know this one. Yes.
Who is most likely to be
Wow, I'm
in
glad he
next
likes
year's
USA so
Pro
much.
Bowl?
Oh my God.
Wow.
Don't you dig. Oh, sorry. Pardon my language.
Wait. I feel like this is a trick question.
Huh. You think that he'd know how to write his own name?
I struggle with spelling.
Oh man, you're too wholesome right now. I'm just being facts.
Okay, Mr. Top 100.
You're going 4 for 4 right now.
Mr. Top 100, I don't want to hear it.
4 for 4 Pro Bowl.
Dickerson not top 100? That'd be wild.
I can't read your name.
I think that's right. I don't think there's any dashes in it.
I know.
That'd be wild.
Just to separate it. I'm a menace.
Which two colleges did Landon Dickerson play for?
I gotta answer this? Do I need to spell it out?
Oh, I ran out of space. I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling.
Spelling's a little tough. Yeah, I don't know what Florida Sue is, but
It's SU. It's Florida State University because I was gonna write Florida State.
preferably it's Florida State
and
University,
Let's
Florida
see.
State, or FSU.
I was gonna write Florida State University,
Nick
and I
Chubb,
just said
good pick.
I ran out of space on the top line. As you can see, so I just said SU.
Which team did Jordan play for in Australia's National Rugby League?
Oh,
If you can just say the last word, that counts.
why am I going with animals right now?
It is an animal.
I know, but I can't think of the Australian animal. I see the picture. I don't know what the animal is. The red jerk. I don't.
Yeah, if you can describe colors, we can take that.
The red
Scramble in 3,
wallaby
1,
thing.
reveal.
Huh. Vikings are trying to get Thielen back. That's very interesting.
Rabbit toes.
That's why
Rabbit toes.
please, American people.
Thielen
You know
just
what that
drafted
is?
too.
Can't you tell that's a
I didn't even know
rabbit
that. That's
I
like
don't know
news
what
to me.
Rabbitoh is. All I can think of is the red.
But man, I wonder if he'll
Actually,
play
rabbit
for
is
the
not a
Panthers
rabbit.
if
They're
he's
actually
isn't traded.
Are they a marsupial?
Kincaid, Love.
like an indigenous
Leggett.
term that I gotta do my research. Something like that.
Did you guys even know what it? Well, what? You didn't know what it was.
I don't know what a rabbitoh is.
Man, it gets
That's what I'm
interesting
saying.
here.
Honestly, I thought it was a rabbit.
Which one of you does a better impression of the other?
Wait. But if we say me, does that mean he does a better impression of me? Or I don't know. I don't know how to answer this. I was gonna write that, but that sounds dirty, but I'm gonna put it down.
That sounds dirty.
It sounds bad, but I didn't know if I just
Why couldn't he just write me instead of me doing Jordan? What?
well, if I just said me, it could mean you doing the
Man,
impersonation of me.
interesting pick.
Wait, I know you did up top, but back that up evidence-wise. Impression of Jordan.
Roll the B-roll footage from earlier. Oh, you said a kangaroo over there? Go save the king.
Random scenario. You both have to share a car. Who's driving? Who's the passenger?
Oh my God, that's easy.
Who was it? Ayuk. Oh, that's who I wanted. Shoot.
Yeah. That's a steering
That
wheel.
stinks.
You can tell. That's Landon.
Man, another good pick
And
there.
on the passenger Prince.
Seth.
And at this
Not
point,
Prince. Passenger Prince. That's me. It's
have
supposed to
hopes
be
and
near the
prayers
car.
on someone,
Like
isn't
he's
it?
in the driver's seat, and on the passenger Prince.
I hear good stuff about this
usually get him to
dude.
drive
Man, I don't know why,
Even in my car, I get him to drive.
I don't know why.
but I hear rumors that
I would
Rashad
also
Bateman
too.
could be good at football
Who would be
again.
better on Jeopardy?
Jeopardy?
Give me Rashad Bateman. We'll see how it goes.
Gotta be honest now.
I'm having like a little existential moment. I don't know why I wrote my own name down.
Because you know the damn truth.
But I meant like I was referring to myself and like you say me, but I wrote down Landon.
Yeah.
And then the third person thing had me really thinking.
It's not just about
I have a lot of random knowledge. I don't know why.
Yes, correct.
If you asked me about it, I probably couldn't tell you, but I will randomly tell you for no reason when you don't want to hear it.
How do you spell Jordan's wife's full name?
Oh my God, this.
You're cooked.
I'm cooked.
Ooh.
You're cooked.
I can't
Tough.
get the middle.
Oh my God.
Oh, I wrote it too small. Wait, hold up. Sorry. See, I wasn't even gonna try.
That's
it.
great.
Yeah.
That's great. Even the hyphenated myelin.
And I really didn't want to embarrass myself trying to spell that.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
That's fair.
Whose wife is the better cook?
See, now this is a little tough. Because I don't think I've got to experience like whole meals from Nikki.
Tough one. I'm gonna say, no, I prefer sleeping in my bed tonight, so.
Go birds. ChatGPT.
That's a point.
That's a point. Surely that's a point. That's
Yeah,
gotta be a
that
point.
has gotta be a point. Do not
We're on
answer.
the same page there.
Thank you for watching.
Let us know in the comments who you want to see next, and that plane.
I don't know if there's enough time between the and the thank you for.
Well, there wasn't enough time because it's a big ass.
Sorry, editors. Good luck. Thank you for watching.
Let us know down in the comments who you'd like to see next.
I don't know what I want to put on. I still have a couple more minutes to get through this draft.
Have you heard of this
I
company?
met my idol. Let's watch a Maya video.
YouTube, what's up? Welcome to my Open Sauce vlog. Open Sauce is like a convention for creators, but it's like a
I love
giant
Open
adult science
Sauce.
fair. And I was invited out as a feature creator to speak on a panel, and so this is my vlog of the trip. It was a very good time. I also met one of my idols. So cool. Enjoy the video. Okay, step one, get to the hotel, and there was a social. It was a bar, and we got drinks, and I saw some of my friends, Evan and Caitlin and Prime. Ew, wait, that's not my friend.
Screener on the front again, huh?
Welcome to Open Sauce Day 1, everybody. We are going to get our badges, and then we're going to the convention center. I met
Tough
Henry.
pick here.
Look, another friend. Point Crow. People Pog, wow.
Dude, tough pick.
Yeah, but
I think you take Woody Marks as like the ultimate flyer here.
I was thinking about getting 2 eggs.
See what Marks does in week 1 and decide from there.
Is it? Well, not together. Okay. I got my bag. It is a circuit board that you can modify later. I got a packet. All right, everybody, we're looking at the welcome packet for Open Sauce. For those of you, okay, seriously, what Open Sauce is it's kind of like a giant adult science fair. It's kind of like TwitchCon or VidCon for nerds. My dream.
Oh, no, it's like a build your own robot.
There's Lud's breakfast. Very nice. All right, we ate a little breakfast and now we're going to the convention center. Oh, the Yard Boys had a show to do this morning, I think, is where we're going. Here's the event center. We got dropped off in the Uber and then we had to find the stage where the Yard Boys were at. Found the stage. Here it is. Look at all the people. This is the main stage at Open Sauce. We didn't want to sit in the front, so we just sat behind everybody and got terrible seats because we got there kind of late. It was kind of embarrassing.
We could just go up there if one of them knows you.
Love.
Well, you just be like, no, just be like, I'm Ludwig's girlfriend. Can I pop a squat up here? Or can I sit off to the side? That's such a normal thing to do. No, I'll watch.
Let's see.
Okay. All right. Here's
Back into the draft.
Pardon the interruption. Here's the Yards. Here's the Yard show. Here's Ludwig. Wow. This was
Aw.
very, very fun to watch. Open Sauce in general just does a really, really awesome job. This was a really entertaining show. The Yard Boys make it hard to not... Holy All right, then after that, me and Cutie ended up doing kind of like an impromptu meet and greet. We signed a bunch of badges and took a bunch of pictures, which was really nice.
Oh.
Here's my fit check for the day. There was a little side setup where we were filming extra content for Open Sauce socials and things. So here's Lud doing his. I don't
It's so
really know what
sweet
he's
that they
doing.
go and do all
I had
this.
2 of these. I got a Diet Coke and I said hi to Hank Green.
Oh my gosh! And then I met Hank Green. This isn't even the picture of us meeting, but it was freaking awesome. This probably does not surprise you why I'm so excited to meet Hank Green. It was so cool to be on a panel with him, and it was so cool to meet him. And I was fangirling a lot, and I kept calling him LeBron, which probably made him uncomfortable. But I do want to say, I think there's a lot of really incredible science communicators out there, and if I can do even a fraction of what Hank has been able to do with making science accessible and exciting for young people, I would be so thrilled. And so it's just crazy to be like in the same space as him and to be Speaking alongside him in a panel. I know I'm glazing like crazy. I gotta chill. I just want you guys to understand how cool this was for me. Very grateful. Just really cool.
He's cute.
And then we met this trash can.
Whoa.
My LeBron also.
I like him.
I finally tried America's #1 choice for home cooking. And guess what? The new HelloFresh really is that good. The menu, now twice the size and packed with high-quality proteins like steak, salmon, and fresh seasonal veggie options. Radishes, Brussels sprouts, the list goes on. Look at this. The food speaks for itself. I'm excited about being in the kitchen again.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
He likes you.
I loved him. He's one of my favorite parts of the convention. I went to visit him a few times.
I don't think so.
But also Hank Green was my favorite part of the convention. But the trash can was my second favorite. Someone made a little robot dog.
Little guy.
Cool.
Little guy. Little guy.
There's a bunch of food trucks. I was walking to go watch Prime's panel because I wanted to support him, but it was freaking packed. Popular one. Shout out though. And then after that, I got to walk the floor a little bit.
Almost at the end
really
of
is
this
like an adult
draft.
science fair. So all these people.
Yeah, pretty
bring
long
really
on
cool
the back
projects
end
that
here.
they've been
People are taking a
working
long time to
There's
make their
like
final
an
picks.
electric go-kart and just a bunch of funny robots and random stuff. And then there's people that just want to show you what they've made and are really passionate about. So that's really special.
Freaking Lily Pichu. Oh my God, Maya. Oh well. Yeah, Maya. Oh my gosh, hi. Oh my God.
I found this home defense robot and
Oh, that's
asked
cool.
him about it.
So this is the home defense robot. I have this camera here behind me. So
Was
the
it
camera
paintball?
knows where the property line is. So
Yeah.
when someone comes on the property, they're not supposed to be there. It's still working on that part. It tells the robot where they are. And so then this guy can intercept them. He's got a top speed of 25 miles per hour. He weighs about 200 pounds. And he can shoot.
Here comes the
And
kickers.
it shoots what?
Pepper balls.
Pepper balls.
It's like a paintball filled with pepper spray.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like
Wow.
a plastic coating. I got hit right here. I had a welt this big for 2 weeks.
Wow. And then is this your channel?
Yes.
Very cool. He did a great job. Then I saw this robot, Mr. Krabs, and this croc.
What's going on here?
More robots. Next, we have. No!
We take single-use plastics like over here. He got these deep well plates that were donated from a biotech company. Yeah, those are different single-use plastics.
Yeah, at this point, this is where we take my goat.
This furniture you see here, and
Will
everything
Richard.
you see on the table, as well as the table itself.
That's awesome. I love that.
Do you guys
And
have
one more
Instagram
pick to
or
go.
something I can show them? This is for our website. Cool. Perfect. Thank you.
All right, and then I saw my friend Ted Nivison.
Oh my god, he looks so menacing. Dude, that looks crazy. You look like a dark Souls.
Is this for the vlog?
Yeah.
Am I getting vlogged?
Yeah, you're in the
You could be like, hey.
Oh, someone took the
content's about
Cardinals
to be
defense
found.
right before me.
Just like going like this.
I voice over all the vlogs. It don't matter what you say. Unless you say something funny, then I'll keep it.
Balls.
Hey guys, today's video is sponsored by Better Wild. Many of you guys know my dog Maverick and how much I love him, and I'm always looking for ways to support his wellness long term. And that's when I found Better Wild allergy relieved soft chews. These veterinarian formulated allergy chews contain natural ingredients to help support a healthy gut, which is super important because that's where most of your dog's immune system lives. They have Ancestral Advantage Wolf Probiotics, a proprietary blend that helps promote a balanced gut microbiome for allergy defense. They have Elsacii, which is a patented postbiotic that in canine studies has shown to help ease itchiness and redness with daily use. They have colostrum, which is sometimes called super milk, that helps support immune function and skin comfort. And they have salmon oil, which is a source of omega-3s that helps to promote a shiny coat and supports skin health. Maverick takes them every day. He loves them, and I've noticed how much more comfortable he seems during the allergy season. If your dog deals with seasonal skin or coat discomfort, Better Wild could help support their overall wellness. You guys could go to betterwild.com/MayaAugust and use my code MayaAugust for their biggest discount. It even stacks with subscription pricing. Check out the link in my description. Thanks.
Stop killing me.
Let's
Stop
see.
killing me.
The final pick incoming. That Cardinals pick's a good pick there. I need to know what defense I want now.
I hate this footage. I wish I didn't have that footage.
see.
Evan and Kaylin.
What
We walked
defense
around
do
the
I
floor
want now
together.
instead?
I love them. You have to check out their YouTube channel. You have to. Oh, these guys made a robot to solve a Rubik's Cube. They have a world record.
So it's like a Rubik's Cube solver.
Yeah, so we were trying to break the world record for the fastest solve of a Rubik's Cube with a robot. We have the plaque up there.
Wow, congrats. That's dope.
And so, like, you can scramble it up if you want.
You want me to scramble?
Yeah. So that way, nothing up our sleeves.
I don't really know how to.
Just keep moving until all the colors are on the floor. All right, good enough?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. Tough pick.
That's pretty quick. So.
Who's the Raiders quarterback?
Spotted in the wild. Slime. Some people gave us some cute
even know.
notes. Little postcard, nice letters.
Oh, it's Geno Smith, right?
And an
right,
IRL
right.
donation to Alveus. IRL donut. Oh my gosh. That's so nice. Here's me and Cutie Cinderella waiting for some french fries. We ate the french fries. Now I'm back at the hotel getting ready for probably another, what is this? Looks like a happy hour fit. Yes. YouTube Creator Collective party.
Extra confidence from a green print plan. Extra care from our people. Extra is our ordinary at Regents.
Jack used to have gum problems. Now,
Oh man, I'm gonna take a chance on the Dolphins defense. I like the
help
matchup.
fight gingivitis for 24 hours.
And it's not burning, so that heat's coming from you.
Try TheraBreath mouthwash.
It's a better mouthwash.
Okay, ring check. Cute. Saved. They had some cute drinks.
Ugh,
There's one
I am
called the algorithm
exhausted
and one
for
called
this
the
draft.
red
We're just a
button
few picks away
mocktail.
from being
I
done.
got the algorithm.
Overall, I think I had an
There's
okay
my
draft.
friend Renee. I met Renee at this convention. Very, very nice guy. And then Evan and Caitlin, who are hosting.
Amari Cooper, good pick on the back end. I like that pick.
They DIY'd that jacket, by the way. They needle felted that denim jacket.
Weirdos who don't get enough social interaction. So we're super happy that they plan events like this.
And look, they had a bunch of cute cookies.
Those are cute. Connor.
A guy, and I was like 95% sure it was Northern Lion, and I was like, I liked you playing the anime horse girl game. And he had no idea what I was talking about. It was a different ball game.
Now we're
Yikes.
in an Uber. Why? Where are we going? I don't know. Oh my gosh, everybody. We were in an Uber on the way to dinner with, yes, Lily, Michael, Yard Boys, Cutie, and Hank Green. I sat next to Hank Green at dinner. Shout out Ludwig, because he was the one who knew him and he knew that I wanted to meet him.
Trey
That's why
Harris,
he invited him to
interesting.
dinner. It was freaking awesome. And then we went to go see Jurassic World after dinner.
Yikes, Jurassic World. Daniel Jones, okay.
It wasn't very good, but there was a cute baby dinosaur, so yeah, it's good.
Here were some
Commanders
vlog
D.
reviews after the movie. They were really strong opinions.
That's an easy 3. Easy 3. That's a 3?
Here's some reenactments of the movie
I'm gonna leave now.
from Aiden and Nick.
But I might come get you. Nah, I'm gonna leave. I didn't know he had 2 big gorilla arms and then 2 little.
Why is he like that? Why can't he have 4 arms, bro?
And Ludwig.
He was like Donkey Kong at the front.
You look at the front. I like the little arms. I thought that was good.
Day 1 recap. How is it
That was so
only
cute.
one day? I feel like I've lived 4 days. No, I guess it's day 2. Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Today's recap. We got up. We got breakfast. We went to the convention center. We watched the Yards show on main stage. Met a bunch of viewers. All very nice.
Andrew White gonna use every second in the last round of the
Came
draft.
back to the hotel. Went to the YouTube.
My draft was
Creator
rough for this one,
Collective.
man.
I
Not
met
pretty at all.
So many cool people. I got so many cool contacts. I'm really out there networking. I'm really doing the dance. Went from YouTube Creator Collective.
Dude, he's using
to
every
see
second of the
Jurassic
last round.
World.
That is
I know you
crazy
guys
of him.
just saw a little bit of footage of that, but it's not the best thing I've ever
He literally
seen.
used every second of it. That's nuts. Okay, overall, I think this is a really tough draft. I don't think this is a good draft at all. I mean, ugh, I did not have a good season, I don't think. This is gonna be trouble. Yeah, look at this team. I gotta bet Omari and Hampton comes out to play. We'll have to see how those wide receivers do. I don't think there's anyone on my bench I'd play instead. Man, tough draft, I would say. I am not happy with this draft at all right now. I mean, the hope is that my running backs pan out, but man, it's gonna be tough. Gonna be very, very tough. Maybe Braylon Allen or Dobbins come alive. Maybe Woody Marks does take over for Chubb. Who knows? That's definitely gonna be a tough one there. Okay, but yeah, overall quarterback, I think Prescott's fine. Being one of the last people to draft a quarterback. Hampton and Pollard, extremely risky running backs. I think Pollard has a decent floor. I think Hampton has a really good ceiling, but his floor is also very low. Wide receivers, same kind of boat. I don't know how I feel about Hunter. I don't know where he's going to end up. McLaurin, once again, high ceiling, low floor. James Wilson, high ceiling, low floor. Justin Jefferson's going to be consistent. Brock Bowers should be consistent. And then this bench is just troublesome. It's a lot of, it's a lot of dart throwing for this league. But let's see what the overall standings, final standings projections are. I am ranked to get bottom 3. Yay! It hates me. Understandable, honestly. So let's take a look at the rest of the board. Let's start with my eyes. Andrew White. Let's see. Quarterback, Murray's fine. Running back. Man, I don't know. I don't think. Hold on. I'm checking something. My stream didn't drop, did it? No, it did. Okay, cool. Running backs. I'm a bit worried about Cook this season. I've heard some rough things, but I think he'll be probably good. Eckler, good floor. Um, could have a great ceiling depending on what this running back situation is. Wide receiver wise, 4 amazing wide receivers actually. Collins, Thomas, Metcalf, and Ridley. That is a crew. I've heard bad things about Kincaid. Also, Kincaid and Cook on the same team. Not great. Has McMillan on the bench though. Wow, he has a 5th good wide receiver. He has a 6th good wide receiver. Man, this dude has wide receivers galore, and then Chubb and Scatterbury, so he's in a similar boat to me. Some running back struggles, but man, he has a lot of good wide receivers. That's a great wide receiver draft. Uh, let's see what Dylan has going on here. Justin Fields at quarterback, it's fine. Running legs, all that. It's 2 great running backs. He actually got what I had in my draft earlier, Bijan Robinson and Chase Brown. Then Garrett Wilson, rough. Jacoby Myers, rough. Kyron Williams could be good. DeAndre Swift, rough. He has a lot of rough players here. He kind of let go of his wide receivers. He's gambling on a rookie tight end. He has a lot of wide receivers on the bench to try to help out between these 4, so it's possible it turns around, but definitely it's going to have a rough few weeks until at least Addison gets back. Livy Lou, let's take a look. Livy Lou, we got Mahomes, A-Chain is question mark, but overall 2 really good running backs if they stay healthy. Some flex struggles here, good wide receivers, good tight end. I like Rashid Shaheed's upside. Bigsby has good upside. Benson actually has decent upside and is a good backup to James Conner, so that's a pretty good pick. Overall, Livy Lou had a pretty good draft, I would say. Turn your head and Goff. Baker Mayfield, Trayvon Henderson, and Isaiah Pacheco. Questionable running backs, but really good wide receivers. Lamb, Brown, Smith-Njigba, and more. You take that every day. Ferguson, decent tight end. He's already moving people around. Put Ayuk in that IR spot so he can pick up another player. Good for him. Has some good running back upside. Has a good wide receiver upside. Overall, very solid draft from Lou Severo. Let's see what Josh has going on. Drake May, rough quarterback, but he's a New England Patriots fan, so oh well. Brees Hall, rough running back, did get Krosky Merritt, which is good for him. Had Barkley, easy pick. McConkey and Son, 2 really good wide receivers. I think Ozune's good upside. Trey McBride, top 2 tight end in the league. Jaywan Jennings, Josh Downs. He has a lot of interesting running back backups here. If a running back goes down, he has potential for running backs who do have really high upside. So kind of hoping for an injury there at running back for him. Bucky Irving and Aaron Jones, starting running backs, questionable at best, but not too bad. Doesn't have great running back depth either, though. NTN, Spears, right? Not amazing. But did get Chase and Tyreek Hill. Definitely not bad at all. Olave, tough wide receiver. Dio Samuel, tough wide receiver. Did get a good tight end. So overall, okay draft for Andrew Marshall here. Head over to Kev. Bo Nix, great quarterback. Wish I got him. Josh Jacobs, Kenneth Walker, pretty good injury risk running backs. Nakua, Higgins, Flowers. That's all right. Wide receivers are a bit iffy. Tight ends a bit iffy. Mixon hurt. Has to bring in Keenan Allen. That means most likely. I don't love this team. I think this team's going to have a lot of struggles throughout the season. Big injury risk, very old team. Sacks and the city. Hurts, love it. Don't love Hubbard, but I do love Taylor. Wide receivers, has Waddle, has Johnson. There's a lot of risk here. I don't love this team, but I do love Pearsall. Bench is very 3 tight ends. I don't think you really need it. Evan Ingram, good tight end to get, though, to be your starting tight end. I think there's a lot of question marks here in terms of the upside of this team. I think it has a decent floor, but not a good ceiling by any means. Max, Daniels, love it. McCaffrey and Rashad White, the second running back. Yikes, that is not a good second running back. He doesn't have a second running back. I mean, London, Worthy could be good. Judy's is questionable. Diggs is questionable. I don't know how he drafted this team. This team is awful. How did he do that? Yeah, that team's awful. That team is probably last place, if I had to guess, in my mind. Chris Longchamp, Allen, drafted Allen very early. GT and Kamara, fine running backs. Wide receivers and depth, pretty fine. I like the Quinton Judkins pickup. Overall, pretty good team. Doesn't have good depth, but I'm pretty happy with that one. Let's see, Lamar Jackson, Jameer Gibbs, Derrick Henry, wow, Harrison, Rice, RJ Harvey, Golden. This is a really good team by Eric Kerr here. Kyle Pitts will take it, has Mark Andrews as well. Yeah, Kerr had one of the best drafts as well here. And I think Andrew White had another very solid draft. I'm very middle of the road here on mine. So definitely got some work to do, but overall, that is going to be about the end of stream. No subscribers today, so no hot sauce today, but overall, I think was a very successful stream all in all. We have a few minutes left, so I'm just going to play the Maya stream to the end really quick. I'm going to use the bathroom while Sarah ad plays, and then we will get going for the day. But it's been awesome hanging out with you all today, so enjoy the last few minutes of this video while I take care of some stuff really quick.
But for now, bed. Good night.
I'm not really one for the spotlight, but there is some gravy to be had. You know, I always seem to get primo parking. But you don't have to be a VIP to get more than just savings with Geico. Every customer gets tip-top service with 24/7 fast, friendly claim support.
I never do this, but could I get a picture?
Yeah, it's not like you run into animal celebrities every day.
Stop. It's Doug the Pug! Doug!
I stand corrected.
I literally never do this.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You want to know my favorite trick? Just pour it, mix it, and hack it. For cafe quality iced espresso, just the way you like it. New Nescafe Espresso Concentrate.
Good morning. So I had already gotten to the convention center. They had little breakfast, which was really nice, and I have my panel today. So one of the reasons that I'm at Open Sauce is because they asked me to speak on a panel about de-extinction with Hank Green and Emily Graslie and Tier Zoo, which is a huge honor, and I was very excited to do that. So this is me prepping for that. Here's my panel fit. I'm nervous. I was very nervous for this panel. I've done a lot of public speaking, but I really just wanted to do right by Open Sauce, and it felt like a big honor, I think, to be asked to speak alongside that group of people and speak about something that I really care about. And so I just want to do a really good job, and so I was nervous. But I think it went really, really good. I'm super happy to have been a part of it, and I'm stoked to be in the position that I'm in and to be known as a science communicator and to be respected as one. Life is crazy. Don't know how that happened. I didn't film it because I was nervous, but I did a panel this morning with Hank Green and Emily and Patrick, and I think it went good. I wish that I talked more. I was really nervous, but I think that it was okay. I think it was only 30 minutes. We needed like 4 hours to talk about de-extinction and the direwolf situation, but overall, I was really like honored to be on stage with people like that because they all inspire me a lot. They're just incredible creators. Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing that I came here for, and it went really well, and I barely even made it a part of the vlog, but this is my recap. I liked it, and I'm proud that I was asked to be on it, and next panel I will talk more, and it'll be awesome. It's good. It's all good. It was good. I love him. Went back to visit my friend, the trash can.
Hi, buddy. I love you. Bye.
And then met another friend. I don't know what this is from or if it's made up, but I liked it. Okay, and then I did a discussion with like some VIP ticket holders in those tents. So I sat down with like 20 people and they just asked me questions and I answered them. And then we left the convention center, got in the car to go back to the hotel. And now I'm tying my shoes. Watch how fast I tie my shoes. Check this out. Wait. World record incoming. Boom. Packed up. Time to go.
Dude, that's
Luggage
crazy.
bag.
She
Real
played the
heavy,
summoning
though.
salt
Very heavy
music with
luggage.
that. That's hilarious.
Okay, before we left, Cutie wanted to go to San Francisco really bad because this convention's in San Mateo, which is close to San Francisco. Wildlife sighting. So we drove out there. Cutie got a really cool hotel. Actually, it was in the Tenderloin district, which was a little bit scary. We didn't realize where we got the hotel at, but we got to do a bunch of touristy stuff in San Francisco. So here's like kind of like a part 2 of the Open Sauce vlog. Look, it's Alcatraz. Cutie's
cool.
vlogging. We're in the gift shop. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want my friendship necklace. Sad. She hates me, so I put it back. Fit check. Fire. Cutie got a little matching set situation because it's really cold in San Francisco because it's foggy and windy.
I bought them for you.
Oh, I actually do want one.
Cutie got Nick a present.
present for you.
Yay!
Ew, censor that. Ew. And then there were these guys in the street that were doing this for some reason. I don't mean to be like a stick in the mud, but it felt really dangerous. And it was very loud, and there were people walking around.
It's like Funky Kong.
I don't, what?
Yeah.
All right, Cutie booked a romantic sunset tourist cruise. So we got on the boat. Wow. Cool. I'm so sure that I could swim there. If my absolute life depended on it, I just think like if you escape from there, I just think I could make it, you know? People do that, don't they?
They do like a marathon or whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, it's a little choppy. We might be throwing up today. Yeah.
Oh God.
But first, we get candy, and we get ginger ales. What is this? Oh my gosh, that's Alcatraz. Chat, we're looking at Alcatraz right now. Wait, you're not chat, sorry. Guys, we're looking at Alcatraz right now. Kind of cool to see.
I'm gonna throw up. I can already feel it.
To the top deck. That's the Golden Gate Bridge. Did you guys know that?
Gonna break my rusty cage.
Look how beautiful they are. I love pelicans. I love them. It's one of my favorite birds.
Very nice.
It's a little windy.
I don't know if it's true. There's like a rumor that there's like a net underneath it. So many people jump off, but I don't see one.
It doesn't. You still hit the water and die.
No. You land in the net like a trapeze artist.
No way. We'd see a net.
And that's why I think it's made up.
All right, turns out there is a net under the Golden Gate Bridge, which is remarkably sad, but good. We're tourists.
Oh. I bet I could jump past that net. I bet I could overjump that.
I haven't had any alcohol, by the way. I sounded drunk there, but I wasn't.
Good.
Oh, and then they had this little sign about why there's so many flies. Interesting. All right, sunset cruise over. It got dark. We got back. We docked.
Oh, it's a small
Cutie
sign.
was miserable because of the wind. And then we had to get an Uber. So we walked off the boat to the street to find our ride. Next morning, I was really lucky to be able to visit both the Twitch headquarters and the YouTube headquarters. So this is me visiting the Twitch headquarters to meet with their PR team. That's actually the end of it. It was
It's wild
awesome.
how much there is in
And then
San
I went to the YouTube
Francisco, because
headquarters
that
and
place
filmed
has
there.
some
Cutie had some meetings there.
struggles.
And, I was her +1 that day, so that was very cool to be able to see. This was Cutie's cool hotel room in the Tenderloin district. Little hotel room tour. Freaking
Tenderloin
gorgeous.
district.
Such a cool room.
But horrible experience, apparently.
Wow. So nice. And then
Wow.
I got on a
It
plane.
didn't look that
I
bad.
think this is a plane.
But I heard it was horrible. I heard on
Then
the.
I got on a plane.
I think it was Wine About It.
Terrible ending. Thank you so much to Open Sauce for having me as a featured creator this year. I loved it, and I really hope to go next year. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like and subscribe.
But awesome. That is it, though, for stream. Y'all got to watch a few YouTube videos. We got to do a couple fantasy drafts, and we got to watch the streamer games, and overall productive stream. I will not be streaming tomorrow. I actually have I'm doing a Bat Cave kayak tour. Not really up my alley, more up my girlfriend's alley, but I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do some kayaking tomorrow, so maybe I'll get some video of that. But other than that, that is about all that's going on and all that's happening in my world. So definitely catch us next time. Like I said, I don't know when the next stream's gonna be. I doubt it's gonna be Wednesday. My guess is it might be Thursday. But we're gonna do a bigger event this weekend. It might be a subathon-esque event because I don't get a lot of subs, so I can't do a subathon per se. But a subathon-esque event is something that is probably in the cards for us. So we will do that here in just a couple days. We're gonna run one more quick ad before we head out here. So let's see if I can find one more little 3-minute video or something that we can watch before we hang up today. What would be something that's good to watch for just a couple more minutes? There's got to be a good short on Ludwig or something, you know? Ludwin even? Something that tells me a short little thing going on. Let's watch a couple minutes of this. Hank Green Answers My Dumbest Questions is pretty funny. So you guys can watch a couple more minutes of this. And then we will we'll sign off here pretty shortly.
Wi-Fi's got to go through your balls. Inherently, no? If I had a small phone Think about it. Stick with me. I have a small, let's imagine I have a phone. It's the size of this bottle cap. It's a phone, 5G phone. And I put it underneath my balls. It would have to go through my balls to get to the phone. It would have to. Does that do thing to the nuts? Does that do things? It sneaks around the nuts. So if my nuts made an airtight seal, this guy has $1 gajillion broken heart emoji. Okay, it's not, look, first off, you should, at this point in your life, stop correlating intelligence to wealth. You know what, actually? Me and Nick were at the airport. We had the same flight back from the coup. So we're sitting in the airport together. And next to us is this, sweet older couple. I don't actually think they might have been brothers. I don't know. It was like two older, it was like a man and woman, whatever. And it
I
was
love
weird
this
because the
video
airport
footage.
is empty.
This edit is
There's
wild.
like 1,000 seats. But they get up and they turn to Nick, and the guy says, "Can you save our seats for us?" So Nick puts his jackets on our seats, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if they're pranking me, but I'm just saving it." Anyway, they come back. Turns out they were not pranking him. They did want their seats to be saved. And I noticed the guy is wearing a captain's ship hat, like a boat captain hat. So naturally, I'm looking at this guy, so I say, "Nice hat. I like that hat." This guy's like 60 something, maybe 63. And he says, "Thank you." He's like, "Thank you. I got it from a cruise like 10 years ago. And now every time I go on a cruise,
That's
I
wild.
wear one we were just on a cruise." And we have a conversation, goes back and forth. And so we get into like a little conversation. We get into a little conversation, and he starts telling us about what his job was. First off, hold up. How the fuck did we get into this conversation? Why am I telling you about this old man again? This doesn't end up with how fecund he is. Oh, yeah. We're talking about, money, my bad. So anyway, we're talking, and he starts to tell us about his daughter. He's like, he tells us about his daughter. His daughter went to a very good school, and she currently works for the government. She works at the Department of Defense or something. They start flexing about their daughter being smart, which I like, because they're clearly proud of their daughter. And then Nick, this entire conversation is throwing small digs at me. So Nick starts saying shit like, "This guy went to the heart of the Southwest." And they don't fucking know what that means. They don't understand that that's a joke for Arizona State. And so, they're like, "Yeah, our daughter got all A's."
This is a good
They're
story,
like,
man.
He's like, "This guy
He's
got
such
all
a good
C's.
storyteller.
The only A this guy got is honors choir." He's just saying shit like that throughout the conversation. And we're both and I'm not doing shit back. I'm just talking. And you know what? You're saying he was crushing? He was. Unfortunately, the guy in the ship's hat, the captain's hat, was fucking losing it at every joke Nick made, which is why Nick kept doing it. Yeah, it was annoying, but he was crushing in front of the crowd, so he kept doing it. So he's just mogging me, and eventually, I'm just fucking tanking all these shots. The lady chimes in. She goes, "Well, you see, the people who get A's, they're very smart, but they're so smart, they end up doing all the work, and they start working for the people who get B's. Because the people who get B's have a lot of confidence. They just don't do their homework. So they think they're above everyone else. Those people who get B's end up becoming bosses. But then you look at the people who get C's, they're so dumb, they don't know not to make bad decisions. And they end up becoming CEOs of companies. And so
It's very interesting. I don't know if the C's turned to CEOs is exactly what I agree with, but I agree with the rest. The A's are the hard workers that keep their head down, and they work so hard. It just wouldn't make sense for them to take on a higher role because they're so important in the role they play in the company. I feel like that's how I kind of live sometimes. But B's are the ones who they're not. They see the bigger picture. I think they see that I can spend more time doing the things I care about or the things that I want to put time into and still be able to succeed ultimately. And the C's, they can be really hit or miss. They can end up going on to do good things, barely pass by. But then, they're honestly best served as CEOs because they're really only good at making decisions at the end of the day. They're people who live a lot of quality life, I think. But they might not make good decisions, but they're good at being willing to make those decisions, I feel like.
you're probably a CEO. So, and again, I'm just sitting here, and I've basically just been called a dumb fuck who stupidly ended up being a CEO. And the worst part is she fucking clocked my ass because I am a CEO, and I did get C's. And I am a bum. And this does track, by the way. If you look at like Mensa, which is like some organization for smart people to fucking jerk off about how smart they are, their average earnings is not that high. It's actually quite low compared to what you might expect for who's supposed to be like the fucking smartest people around or whatever. And maybe that's because they're so smart they've gone past the fucking need and desire to gain money, or because maybe being smart doesn't necessarily, make you good at making money. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna fucking, draw the conclusion for you. But that's all to say, a lot of dumb people make a lot of money.
I know more about balls or pistols.
Okay, there we go. And that's going to be the end of the stream. So y'all have a good night. Like I said, look forward to seeing y'all in the coming days, but definitely won't see me tomorrow. But peace out, y'all. Oh, let me raid someone. Raid someone with the 2 viewers. Yeah, let's raid someone with 2 viewers. Same category, similar, smaller size. Dude, I don't know what either of these are, man. Is anybody I'm following who's streaming right now? I'm following that dude? That's wild. Dude, I don't even know what to put on. Dude, yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm just gonna go to the people I'm following. And I'm just gonna raid Sync the Goated. Whoa, it didn't even let me raid. What? Wow, it didn't even let me raid that dude. Let me try one more. Let me try one more. Who is this dude? I don't think I've ever actually followed this dude before. Man, I can't even find a raid now. Need a similar, smaller size. Dude, I cannot find a single person to raid. This is crazy. Belated B-Day karaoke? We'll raid that. Get the 2 viewers ready. Go do a final raid. Goodbye, y'all. Have a good one.